Um, I'm gonna describe something which happened right before where we left off. Being that as you all left the Shadowfell, a bright light hit you,
Hello?
and I mean like bright, bright light.
How does it hit us?
Well, it's as if it washes over you, and upon it, the sands and silt of time, space, everything is just upon you. Is this life? Is this death? Is this the world you entered? Are you being what is it to live? Shadowfell was gruesome. It was horrid. The last few days were horrid, but this is rebirth into a different place. And maybe after this it could be better. Kinder. And for all of you as you continue walking through this
Um,
whiteness.
as we're going through this whiteness, Tatanya's gonna kind of just avert and close her eyes and just kind of like put her arm up against her face as she's like struggling to like get through whatever this is.
And as you do that, it brightens.
Oh.
And you see visions of someone.
Uh,
Rudolph. Errich, your home. Only a happy life you could have never had. And all of this. Maybe there is hope. Maybe this light is at the end of the tunnel. Maybe there is a chance to change things. Maybe you have power and you can start that now. As you wake up back into the real world.
Did anyone else see that?
Yeah, I think so. Jeez. That
See
was.
what?
The visions.
It's.
Will turn to you and very, very much still out of it and would slightly nod.
I presume Anwyn hasn't seen the visions.
Well, no, you would. It would have as if when you were leaving the Shadowfell, this bright whiteness overcame you. Maybe
Okay.
it was. Maybe it was hope for another day. Maybe it was goodness. Maybe it was rebirth. You don't exactly know what it is. You just know you're out of the Shadowfell. Yeah, Bucky. But you are at the edge of the river. Castle Summit is just. Castle Summit seems to be just around the other side of the river. It's nighttime, and you are in the regular world.
Didn't we see Castle Summit get fucking torched?
That's it's not happened just yet, but you
Oh.
could stay up and watch it. So
Well, we don't know it happened, so.
Irony literally just. Oh, I thought you described like a seeing it, like.
Yeah, but it was like a
but
Gibbo
like.
shit, yeah,
cutscene.
no, you did see it. This would, as you just leave
But
the
like as our characters didn't see it, it's just us as players, or
yeah, as players you saw it, but
Oh.
yeah, as characters you're all miserable. Though it's you're in what seems to be of course, edge of a forest river.
and we already had that conversation we had last time, right?
Yes, yeah, seems
Yeah,
it.
okay. So we had that conversation. Sweet. Wonderful.
Errich sort of like being back in like this sort of like grassy and like forested environment, just sort of runs his hand through the dirt and just sort of looks at his surroundings, a bit of like almost a smile on his face. Like he's still like everything has still happened and he's still like acknowledged that, but I think he's just sort of happy to be in his element.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would definitely be something that's just... This is home. Something which is not the black, inky abyss that you were in however long ago. This is just... Yeah, it's a nice little stream.
Reina currently will be trying to just calm herself. You know, she raged a lot last session. She's just trying to get back, feeling a little bit more normal.
What do you think she's doing to do that, and how does it look?
The thing that she would often use to kind of calm herself and just escape from the world is just making clothes and, you know, fiddling with clothes and all that, using a weaver's
Oh,
tools.
nice. Yeah, doing that would definitely be a good thing to like keep your mind off things.
Tatanya is currently just done gathering some wood, and she trying to find Errich, seeing him like kind of follow around in the dirt like a wholesome little rat. No, would turn to Errich and ask him for help with the fire.
Errich would look over and sort of nod and say, what do you need me to do?
I'm not the best at starting these. She kind of looks over at the dry wood she gathered. She would sit down next to it, and she's just like, for the tea, of course.
Of course, yeah. Errich will walk over and get a fire started.
Mhm.
If I can, Gibbo. If it isn't
of
raining
course.
somehow.
It is raining, but hey, there's always the chance you can get the fire working.
Oh god, I assumed it wasn't raining. Oh no.
It always rains in Balerion.
Yeah, but rain is
Managed to find
nice.
dry
Rain
wood then, Gibbo.
is nice and wholesome.
Anyways,
It's like the peaceful type of rain.
Yeah. Oh, Gibbo, I have... Sorry, I had a question about the armor I had. Does it look any different? Like, does it still look like it's from the Shadowfell, like black and white and all that, or does it actually have color now?
No, it's actually got its colours now. It seemed to have seemed to be of like browns and some blue fabrics, and what looks to be even some embroidery of like patterns.
Do I recognize any of the patterns?
Could you roll a history check?
Ooh, am I in a forest?
Yes, you are. You know what?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Splendid. So I get a +2 to this then?
Yes, the calming meadows allows your mind to be cleared up a bit more.
Alright, let me roll history. I get a 11.
Oh, let's go.
Love that roll.
Love that. Okay, so how do you look at it? It's like this is the embroidery and patterns of it are very old, like far old. Like the thing is, they're written in a language which you've seen of like before. Didn't fucking read it, but it was like imagine basically like our equivalent of someone showing like Latin writing books, like a very old version of. So it kind of begs the question of just who wore these. At best, you can guess it's like they remind you of Maria's color scheme a bit.
Oh, huh. Yeah, that weird religious girl that I knew for like 5 minutes.
Religious girl who had blonde hair. So
Yeah. Alright, cool.
yeah.
Neat.
Dead.
Dead as hell.
No, not yet.
Oops, sorry.
Not yet.
No worries. Actually, Pond, what are you doing during this?
Anwyn, she sits herself down by the fire and she's going to write poetry in her little notebook, which is now, the front cover is now completely bloodstained from being killed by the Lich, and she is very much wincing in pain as she slowly and laboriously sits herself down, and she's leaning on her, like she's in a sort of, she's in like a sitting position, in a rest position, but she's also leaning on her staff for support as she writes in her notebook. Clearly in a lot of pain. She has 5 temporary hit points. It's not good.
I
I
see.
do want to express
They're not
Anwyn
temporary.
when she-
They are real hit points, but
Anwyn when she was desecrated.
Mm-hmm.
There is still a large gash upon your stomach, a turn mark where it was crunched and the spine was punctured. There is still the feeling of your intestine being ripped and brutalized. However, it was mended. It was fixed by. God, it's just not what you need to be thinking of.
but what you need to be thinking of, the fragrance of gentle herbal incense and lavender kind of wafts from the fire as Tatanya kind of breaks what I imagine to be a somewhat long-winded tension between the two of us ever since we exited the Shadowfell, ever since we went on our way out. And she just asks you, would you like some tea, Anwyn?
Yeah, I would. Thank you.
She gets all set out. Seems like something that she was carrying with her. And there is 4 cups, so that's enough for everyone here. And she look over towards Shreyna. What's Shreyna doing right now?
She's still just like messing around with the weaver's tools.
Alright.
She's not really paying too much attention to her surroundings right now.
Alright. Tanya's going to remember they had shake her head, and she's going to pour the 4 cups, give one to Errich. She goes, careful, it's still warm.
Thank you.
Pours one for herself, puts it down, pours another one, and leaves it near the fire, but doesn't give it to anyone in particular. And then she pours one for Anwyn, and she doesn't say anything. She hands it over to you. Doesn't make eye contact, but the gesture is there.
How much does Anwyn need to lean in to get the cup?
Tatanya is like leaning over to give it to you. She's gotten up for this.
Yeah. Anwyn, she takes the cup. She says, "Diolch and bow," and she puts down her notebook and she cradles the cup, just blowing on it a little and sipping it.
So you regain 1 hit point as good berry tea moment.
Nice.
My heart feels warmer.
She's gonna sit down and sip her own.
Errich, like, drinks it for a bit, but seeing most of everyone around here, he sort of takes a break and says, so what are we supposed to do now? I mean, I think we're near Castle Summit, but should we just start heading north?
That depends, Errich. What would you like to do?
I mean, me personally, I want to keep going north. I've got some business up there, but I don't know about the rest of this group.
There's a certain man that when she was still alive, Catherine notified me of. A Sir Stone, we looked for him together. Or at least that's where our leads went. He is around here somewhere.
I'll be honest. With how things went back there, I would like to keep a low profile. I would say we'd stay out here for a while, but with my wounds, how wounded? Freyna's also really wounded, isn't she? Right?
Rina's wounded
Yeah.
in a different sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's mentally wounded.
Yeah.
She's
I couldn't remember if she was physically wounded. Yes, Anwyn continues. In the state I'm in, I really need proper attention, and I don't know if I can really get that out here. But
I know a thing or two about you know, first aid and helping people, so maybe I could take a look.
yeah, I thank you, Errich. That would be good. And then when she strenuously like sort of removes her shirt or whatever to show you this wound. Anwyn is jacked, by the way. She's hench. It's kind of impressive.
Noting that down, Anwyn is hench.
Jacked.
oh no.
All
How
right.
tall is she?
I think if I remember correctly, she's like 5'11". She's like very average height. She's not like a sort of not like sort of a stout, compressed, just fucking immovable block. That's kind of what she's built like that, you know, like very much just a miner's fucking build.
She's got that The Rock aesthetic, you could
Mhm.
even say.
Okay, nice. So Anwyn with her hench, muscular frame. The wound is black. Necrotic tissue is a word to use. It looks as if somebody burned it, spat on it, burned it more, poisoned it, tried to get the most corrosive thing they could, and then just decided, no, I'll just use black magic.
Is there
Look, I
Whatever the
froze it up. Fine.
is there anything I could do about this? Could I use
you
this?
could probably you could probably close it, or at least like minister some things, but it's like, by God, that's going to leave a scar.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll. Yeah. Can I do like a medicine check?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I have +2 to this. 18 on the medicine check.
Nice,
Wait,
awesome.
isn't it 4? Like 18?
With that,
plus
you're able
4?
to like. How do you think Errich would use this medicine check? Like, how does he administer it? Like, usually would
Yeah. I think.
administer healing.
Yeah, it is 18. That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, because of your bonus to due to wisdom check.
Yeah. So Erich would probably get to work first using some like some bandages he has on hand, some I guess like try to stitch it up, and then also I would integrate a little bit of my my silly new ability I have as a ranger, Dreadful Strikes, because they deal radiant damage. So I'd integrate a little bit of radiant energy into it to sort of cast out the necrotic.
This black inky tissue, this sooty skin, gets basically eradicated when you start using light upon it, and you're able to, of course, do all of that. And it's like, this is like modern medicine right here. Like, just like Erich is definitely the pain you were feeling. Of course, there's like still there, and you just got to be careful for a while. But like, He's definitely patched you up quite a lot.
And when her face winces just a little bit, when her flesh starts to sear, but she remains stoically silent, as any good miner should.
Oh,
Little
minor.
mind. Mhm.
Yeah.
How many health points do I get?
I would say that you know what, Errich, can you roll 2d8?
Whoa, big health.
Yeah, because you're being. This is like you've had a lot of time. It's out of the panic of battle. You're using radiant.
Oh, double eights.
Yo!
Let's fucking go. 16 hit points.
Now, yeah, you get 16 hit points. What's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier is +2.
Oh, let's go. So that is 18 hit points.
Nice.
Yeah, so some
Hey.
like, magical remedies right there. This is like Hobbit doctorate. Jesus Christ, they taught them well.
I imagine throughout this whole thing, Anwyn stays very silent, very still, like her body is not flinching or moving, despite the grimacing in her face. And when she's done, and when you've like finished your work, she gives you a very warm smile, and she looks at herself and she says, Vendi Erich. Diolch thank you, Errich. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Just let me know if anything else happens to the wound, because we could get infected, or I really don't know. I don't deal with a lot of necrotic stuff. I haven't seen it very much, but just...
I'm fairly familiar with it. Mining injuries and that.
Right.
This should be fine. You've done a great job. Thank you.
What happened into mines?
We don't talk about the mines.
We don't talk about the mines.
Look, Anwyn has just like resistance / immunity to the Shadowfell. The mines were fucked. Okay, like.
How do I put it? I've already kind of hinted that if you go deep enough, you might be able to go to another place.
I wonder how many people died in those mines. I wonder how Shadowfell portals are made.
A lot.
Yeah, you don't
I
notice
wonder
if you're
if
in
increased exposure to that continuously of a small dose is given a little bit of.
Oh, it's almost like third-hand smoking, but then Shadowfell magic.
Third-hand shadowing.
First-hand, Anwyn experienced the first-hand Shadowfell.
Watching Errich do his modern medicine, basically like sear out the wound with light. Tatanya's just going to get up and just announce, I will be taking watch for now, in case anything tries to sneak up on us. She's just going to, go for a little walkie.
Oh, okay.
Anwyn gives you a nod when you do this, where you're firming, acknowledging nod.
Yep. There's more tea in the kettle.
It's
7 or so portions.
It's really good. Thanks.
Catherine's recipe. Then she's leaving.
Okay, nice. So, yeah.
I don't think we'll do it yet, but can we take a long rest here?
Of course.
We can take a long rest here?
Gibbo is giving us long rests. We're in the middle of the woods.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Gibbo. Thank you.
Okay, we're in a magical druid's grove. We just don't know it yet.
We just don't. This is actually the home to many animals, which counts this place as a home. So,
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. The amount of fucking shit that has followed us around, I swear we just have a fucking aura of darkness that just like makes life a void.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Tatanya. That is literally
you
her.
were walking around with Tatanya for a day. Yeah.
Like
1d4 necrotic damage.
It's like fucking just radiation that just kills all the nearby life. Like nothing is gonna give us trouble. Okay.
Oh yeah, good that you mention it. No, the grass where Tatanya stands does not look so good, guys.
I want to express Tatanya.
Yeah.
Now, this is everyone. I would like you to take your long rest.
Okay.
But
How do you-
whilst this happens, oh yeah.
How do you do a long rest? What does that
So
mean?
there is a
You go to your
button on
character
your
sheet and
sheet
you
which
press the
says
button.
long
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah, it's right below
Okay.
your flaws. It says short
Yeah,
rest,
long
long
rests are
rests in
flawed.
purple.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, you
nice.
basically got all your spent hit dice back and spell slots and feature things and whatever.
Yeah, it's
Oh, my
Mm.
spell slots! Oh, they're all back. Oh.
What about HP? Do you regain HP?
HP.
Yeah, it gets max. It goes back to max. You lose any
Yeah.
temporary, but your current HP just goes to your hit points max.
You lose a
I wanna
temporary?
say-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you lose temporary HP on a
Yeah.
long rest.
That's crazy.
I want to say Tatanya.
Also,
Oh yeah, Freyna.
can I say that Freyna made like a kind of like hood cloak with her weaver's tool since she's been like messing with them this whole time?
Oh yeah, of course. You get to add homemade cloak to your inventory.
Just add drip.
Hella
So,
drip.
Going to use her prestidigitation to clean up her current outfit because it got covered in Shadowfell ink.
What does it
Yeah,
look
get
like?
all of that grim. Ugh. Tatanya.
Mhm.
As you take watch, you do notice. You notice one thing first.
Yep.
There seem to be wolves.
Okay.
They
Interesting.
seem to be smelling something.
I see. She sees them.
What does she do?
I would like to roll insight into these creatures.
Of
What
course,
are they
roll
trying
insight.
to do? 17.
They look to be hunting.
Hunting at night. How big are they compared to the wolves that we've seen before?
They're smaller wolves. They're smaller than the ones you saw in Delilah's Hollow, but they are. You might be able to frighten them away.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will. Good question.
Actually, oh yeah, you.
No, I think that she will in fact just walk up to these creatures.
Okay. You walk up to them.
Yes.
They look at you kind of with a glare. Some like go into a bit of a stance, and others seem to kind of just dig their claws in a bit.
She takes her shield out and she just kind of takes the pommel of her blade and she just kind of bangs them together loudly and just kind of tells them like, "Be gone now." have
They look
nothing
at
here.
you. There's a bit of a whimper or like a whine with some of them as they kind of
Yeah.
flee and head off.
Beautiful.
I do want to express one thing. Who were with the people who were setting up the camp? Can you can one of you roll survival?
Hi. I'll roll it.
Pardon?
Yeah,
I'll-
I mean,
I-
Errich helped.
I mean,
and,
I'd be setting up the camp. I mean, Errich is
Yeah,
just.
I mean, I'm standing watch, so I'm not gonna
And
do that.
Tatanya, can
And-
you roll perception? I forgot to ask you about this earlier. I need to.
Okay, I get +2 to this roll. So
Yeah.
that is
21 in perception.
18 on survival.
Okay, nice. The camp is made well and strong, and Tatanya, your watch is very insightful, as seen by the wolf instant. But
If any of them don't walk away, they're gonna have to make some constitution checks.
Okay, one of them stays, so he'll have to make a constitution.
No, he's just a wholesome little scrunkle. Stop.
We're going to bite his head off.
Takes 2 necrotic damage.
It like you see its eyes just narrow for a second as it doesn't walk away. It runs. It runs. That thing felt death.
Back into
It felt
Tatanya.
its blood rot, Gibbo.
Rot.
Rot.
Horrific, radioactive rot. But
Yes.
also, there's another thing I want to express that you see.
Mhm.
a shadow fly over you.
Mm-hmm. I see.
And
Kind of
then
shadow.
that's of a dragon.
Would it be a recognizable silhouette?
Oh, absolutely, you've seen the silhouette, but it's not stopping for you. Instead, it
Yeah.
dips from the clouds and just towards Castle Summit.
Yeah. Tatanya is just going to keep watching from a distance.
You see it land for a bit. There's it seems that no one's manning the defences of Castle Summit.
Mm-hmm.
The previous glow of what seemed to be some fire. There's a quietness in the city for a while.
As she sees what this dragon is doing, she's going to get her from her opponent, and where she sits down in the grass, it withers and dies. The life and the space around her draining away. As she doesn't have any spell slots, but she has a ritual magic remain.
Yeah, yeah.
She is just going to prepare the sky rites
Yeah. Yeah.
while Neardoth races Castle Summit.
You can see the aurora change and rhythm
Shift.
bend to your will, but the
Mhm.
silence of Castle Summit is broken by screams for a mere moment. The city goes green, and then there is silence forevermore. But
Yep.
that is most of what you observe.
I see. That is most of what I observe. It's an eventful 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
As for the thing that she actually writes down, in the sky above Castle Summit would appear the words, Neardoth the Green, take our coffers, spare Castle Summit, House Aldar.
And soon after that, you would see the figure, after what seems to be flying, dropping for a mere moment, just stopping. This seems to be it seemed to be involved with special business
Mhm.
before flying back, flying over you, and going forevermore. But one thing drops upon you.
I'm
Blood.
getting an airdrop.
No, no. Liquids drops upon you. It's blood.
Blood.
Erdoff's blood.
Dragon's blood. Interesting. How much of it?
There was enough blood that it has stained a bit of your armor, and it seems that there were trails along the river.
Huh. My D&D Skrunkle brain is like, surely if I collect the blood, then Neardoth, that will be important later, even though. My D&D Skrunkle, my loot goblin brain is firing off,
Loot
guys.
goblin brain, yes, but is Tatanya a loot goblin? Maybe she uses
Maybe.
loot.
I mean, she does keep mementos of things that hurt her, so Neardoth is on that list.
I don't know. You
No,
got
she's
fucking
covered in blood. I think she can use a little bit of time to bathe
okay.
in the nearby river to just wash off her sins.
Tatanya takes a bath.
Just, in the river nearby. Yeah.
It's cold, but in a refreshing way. It's a chalk river, so it's perfectly clear.
Interesting.
You bathe away. There's washing away the blood, the thoughts, the emotions, cleansing yourself, you could call. And
Yeah.
through was it care of your bare body? It's nice.
It's been a while since you got to do that.
Yeah.
Been in the
Also,
Shadowfell twice since you last bathed.
Also, your hair. When you take it out, it seems like, God, more silky than ever.
Wonderful. Life is good.
Yeah.
I assume that somewhere halfway through the night, she would return just to turn in for the nights. She needs some
Okay.
rest as well.
And this is where you'll go to sleep. Errich, can you describe to me what you dream?
I think Errich would, after seeing those sort of visions when he exited the Shadowfell, his dream would be sort of him back in his hometown, like probably having dinner with his parents and his brothers, when he was like way back, like much younger. Just sort of like a quiet night. After that, maybe they like go out and I don't know, like bring in all of like the equipment, things like that.
Oh, yeah. Nice. It's a good dream, I wager.
Yeah, definitely.
You have a full night's sleep and, oh, God, is that just nice. You feel warm, cozy, good. And, Rainier, what do you dream?
I don't think Freyna would dream. She'd have a nightmare instead. After all that she's been through, her mind is dwelling on a lot of negative things. That it's just it's a big jumble of things. Predominantly, a dream thinking back to her time with, well, her abuser, and also her thinking that she was going to die. But both those feelings are the exact same. The same dread, same powerlessness. Still feeling like you're treated like dust.
Yeah. Oh, a good dream. The knowledge of what happened was horrid. That was a traumatic experience in every sense of the word. But hopefully that portion of it is over. You're not stupid, you know that whatever, this world is a cruel, cruel place. Whatever lies ahead is something, but you know you face this. So what's some stupid guy gonna be doing? I don't know. Get a warhammer, get a brick even, just
Hopefully, one day.
yeah, one day. I think that would give you a little bit of hope, a little bit of respite.
Yeah, the only hope she has is killing the guy.
Balerion goes.
No, you're not singing Balerion Girls Gibbo.
And
Oh, sing it.
end of the session. Anwyn, you dream of nothing.
Really?
It's just blackness.
But I have fun to roleplay dreams.
Oh, just because it's blackness doesn't mean you can't think.
So is Anwyn thinking or dreaming?
Dreaming, but it's a weird state of it.
Mm-hmm.
You are in a weird state of lucid dreaming where you know you're in this other place in your head, but it's just your thoughts are more visible now. But
Oh god, that makes
still,
me worse.
it's still just more, not a typical form of dreaming. How'd I put it? Living after death isn't usually the most natural thing. Your mind has been changed in ways which will become apparent in other times.
Anwyn's dream has two parts. The first part, like Prometheus, she watches herself be disemboweled by Neardoth. A weird mishmash of everything Neardoth has done to her in the start of this journey with this company and the more recent event, the transpired. This goes on for who knows how long. It feels like an eternity of being disemboweled and mocked by the green giant. After whatever eternity of that, he just dreams of walking through the mountains. Mountains like the ones of her hometown, but just not quite the same. And he dreams of the North Passage. Can't remember all the details, but he walks through the mountains with North. And Errich takes the place of some sort of guide, and she remembers Trina walking next to her, and Tatanya trailing off in the back somewhere. That is what I'm wondering.
Okay.
got, like,
I
most of
get the
that.
gist of it. The mic quality was a bit bad, but I do get the
It
gist.
was interesting. It was interesting. Added
No,
a
no,
little bit of spice.
Yeah, I got most of it.
I've dealt with Vodafone Wi-Fi, like bad connection.
Oh
learn.
God, is my
Like-
was that? Did that not come out very well?
You sounded like you had a bitrate of like 12.
Oh,
Sound like you're talking underwater.
Underwater and going through the tunnel at the
It
same
sounds
time.
like you were on your mic, and then a different
Yeah,
like
underwater
mic was
while
just
also
like, hey,
exploring,
what if
like,
you use the
rooms
mic on the other
of
side of
ice.
the
It was basically getting disemboweled by Needle and then walking through.
Nope, you still sound weird.
Yeah.
But we did get the
yeah.
disembowel
You just
by
sound like-
Neardoth and the walking through the mountains part.
I'm gonna
But it's
fucking
not by
kill
Neardoth,
people.
but I think I heard
Try
about
exiting the
Frank
Discord and
remember.
rejoining.
Yeah, maybe like restart your Wi-Fi, like just turn it
Back.
on and off.
I hate everything.
Sorry.
Also, oh. I was gonna say try changing your
Oh.
audio, like your audio output, switching it
Ooh,
to
that's
a couple
that's
different.
Say
Say something.
Coming in,
something.
No.
What I mean.
No.
citizen. How is the mic?
Call anonymously.
No, it's
Actually, worse. It's got worse.
Yeah. Try. Okay.
Go.
Try switching your audio, like your input, or to something else, and then switching it back to the one you're using, because that's what
I'm
I do.
I'm on the phone. I'm
Right.
on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on your phone. That explains it.
What if I fucking... If I go on this level, will this make anything better?
Do you like drop your phone in water at any point today? Kind of sound how I imagine mermaids would actually sound like.
Kind of sound like what, like when you're wearing Bluetooth headphones and you just forgot to charge them, you know?
What is this? Like, speaking for the mic like this, is it just me?
You still sound weird.
No.
You sound
might sound crazy
with
when
gas.
I was there.
Hello.
kind of sound a little bit like you're on the other side of the...
Like a
No.
pilot.
I love
Eric's got
technical...
the-
Everyone, quick on the bingo. Write down technical issues.
Oh, we love technical issues. That's so slow.
This is what
Unforgivable.
Clap along if you
We're in
listen to you. Clap
Okay,
along.
so it's like,
Clap along if you
Balerion
know.
goes, we're unforgivable, evil schemes, murder on top, blood tip knives so
think
hot,
it's
will
done
give
none
you
of
trust
that.
issues. Oh,
Bill, isn't that?
It's still fucked.
But
Yeah, very
it's
much.
like you're like barely audible with like everyone.
We can just about hear you.
No, we could hear you. That wasn't the problem.
It's
we could
like
hear
it's
you
like
very,
it's kind of
very
like, you know,
much.
the
Not a real
druids. You know, like the
process to hear.
druid in the tower that was like, what did he say? You kind of sound like that.
Oh my god,
Alright.
you sound like a... Oh, yeah.
I guess what I'll do then, because the point, the question
Oh, that's better. That's better.
This is
No way.
Bring headphones to
Audio
plug in.
Hmm?
Have any like headphones plug in? That might fix it.
Actually, wait, let me try something. Actually,
It just sounds like you're on the wrong mic.
Yeah.
Let me try muting the bot.
It sounds like you put your phone in a plastic bag and trying to
Hold
filter it.
Wait. Oh, I'm gonna have a stroke.
That's okay. I mean, we're chilling.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I don't know if you can
so-
hear us, otherwise I'll just
Okay,
narrate the dream that I
okay.
had.
Yeah,
How does this
Tatanya.
work?
Oh,
Okay, whatever.
About the dream, or what, Gabo?
Wait, Anwyn, speak again.
Yes. Hello.
It sounds
Yeah,
good.
it sounds good.
Okay. I know what.
That's
Okay.
good mic quality. Lovely.
It's
Slay.
because I was listening to the fucking bot audio. Okay. Should I just quickly recap?
Yeah, just recap it, please.
So basically, the first part of our dream is she dreams that she's getting disemboweled by Neroth for an eternity, like a Promethean myth. And after that, which seems like it goes on for eternity, and it's also extremely lucid. So she's just sitting there listening to this dragon fucking mock her while she's reliving the Lich death, but like disemboweling for an eon. And then later, the dream at some point morphs into her walking through the mountains with North Party. And Errich is like this mountain guide in this dream, leading them through.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was basically it.
Nice. Nice. So, Tatanya, what were you dreaming about?
She doesn't remember, because, as she awakes, the only thing that registers is the annoying light at what I assume to be the crack of dawn.
Yes.
But she dreamt of a haze of green, of the shapes of people with faces she thought she knew, of death itself, holding their strings like puppets before cutting them one by one. She looks down. She's holding the scissors. She looks up. Rudolph, her husband, the black blade impaling him. She's still holding it. A 7-foot shadow. A child cries. Darkness, coated in a green haze. Blood on rocks. A creature whose blood burns fire, whose soul speaks poison, whose lies taint life. Loved ones. Shattered fragments of hope. A colossal shadow darkening the deepest black and more green. The sky is falling. Every day is exactly the same. But the thing that ends all thoughts, that evaporates every vision in her head, that her mind might have once seen, is the light at the crack of dawn.
Yeah. I'm gonna change battle map.
She had peaceful sleep.
Everyone put that token down.
Oh, you've got a day-night thing. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Not bad.
God. Wake up. The good morning. So, when you do wake up, you actually see well, actually no, I'll let you guys wake up.
I'm gonna do that thing where you describe stuff, I prepare my spells. Jesus Christ, I hate truth.
Wait, you prepare your spells? I just keep the same ones.
No, I prepared it by the day, Errich.
You fool! Literally, you will never need more than 3 spells. Years of academic training gone to waste. I promise you.
Truth.
Erich wakes up. Can I survey the surroundings, make sure we aren't, I don't know, being followed or anything like that? I feel like he's a bit on edge because he did just walk through hell.
Yeah, sure. So roll perception.
Okay. I'm just gonna give myself disadvantage on this because he just woke up. Because I feel like that would make sense. So you
Okay.
can't do anything about this. That's thematic. But I still get a +2 to this. 18 with disadvantage.
At an 18 with disadvantage, you notice two things. There are a lot of people leaving Castle Summit.
Hmm.
Like, there are just, like, a flock of, like, a line of people who seem to be, like, just leaving it. They have their stuff with them. Not really doing it. They're just traveling.
Is there like a big party going on in another town? Oh, this is weird.
Weird indeed. Seems to be a little bit of a shadow around the edges of the walls.
Hmm.
Though, on that, there's some apples around here which seem to have been left here.
Can I just collect them? Wait, can
Uh,
I collect them and make like a like a like a like a meal out of like apples and like some other stuff I have? Like, yeah, can I make apple pie, Gibbo?
of course.
Okay, I'm gonna make apple pie then for breakfast.
I'm gonna roll how many apples you get.
Cool.
You get 12 apples
Let's fucking go.
as you rummage around.
Cool.
And, these are nicely cured apples, all things considered. Very, very wholesome. Though, one thing about that you do notice is there's a little bit of a Do you still have the stones?
Yeah, I still have my stone.
Like, Tatanya?
The stone. Yeah, no. She has it. It's in there.
It's flickering.
Hmm?
She's wearing her gloves, but
Can
I guess it's glowing.
Can I like tap it a couple times, see if anything happens?
I believe so. Unless it's being like stored somewhere.
I mean, no, Errich is attuned to it. It's still on his like left hand
Oh, okay.
or right hand. Like it's fully on him.
Yeah. Then it's you flick it or like you touch it, and it the glow becomes more pronounced on the runic symbol. Voice, unfortunately familiar. Strange how both mornings have started with this voice. My liege wished to tell you that deed has been done.
What?
Oh, you're not Tatanya.
What deed? What are you talking?
Confidential stuff.
Wait, who's saying this?
This is Haran, the the guy who said stop resisting to Errich last
Ah, yeah.
morning.
What do you
Errich-
want with Tatanya? What are you talking about?
There's a silence for a second before he just goes and then just stops.
Hang up on you.
What the fuck?
He really
Eric's like-
pulled the bad connection back.
Errich like looks around and is like, "What the fuck?" I feel like this is twice now. He's had a over the top goofy encounter with Haran, which is kind of crazy. Man, Erich is gonna return to the camp and make sure Tatanya isn't like, I don't know, being like fucking killed by, isn't being thrown up against trash cans like he was.
No, she seems to be doing her. She seems to just be like doing her inventory for the day. She's got a large cloth in front of her with a bunch of, I don't know, seems like pieces of wood or something.
Yeah.
a faint
Splinters, maybe.
sound on the There's a faint sound on the stone, just like.
Which stone?
The one Errich has.
What? Hello?
He's like-
Hello?
and it gets quieter each time.
I can hear
Did
that.
he
I can.
throw it in somewhere?
Is there? Do I hear anything else? Like, I hold the stone up to my ear. What? Hello? You got it. Are you like choking or something? What the? What are you trying to say?
I think connections.
I don't understand. You think is it okay? Is it my stone or is it your stone? Should I
don't know,
deattune
man.
and then reattune? Okay, I'm
I'll have
gonna
to do that. I'll call you back.
all
Sorry
right,
about
sounds
last
good.
morning.
All right, love you. Bye. He
Bye.
hangs up.
When you call the guy who beat you up, do you say I love you? And you're like, huh, that was weird. Anyways, Sigmund Freud takes notes on you. So how was your relationship with your father?
What father? Errich.
There it is.
So Errich is like sprinting back to camp, and I guess like while Tatanya's doing this, she just sees like Errich run back to where everyone else is. He's got like a bunch of like apples in the bag. He like looks over to you. He's like, Is there anyone around here? Did you see anyone?"
I've seen you, Errich, and Anwyn, Freyna. My own
Okay.
reflection, I suppose.
Okay, I just got a really weird message on my stone. He holds up his right hand. They were asking for you, I think, but
She
I mean,
looks confused. Who's they?
I think I remember the voice. It was, remember when we left the outpost and we encountered the people who were working with Nirdath?
Ah, yes, the sly. What was his name? The sorcerer. Is he doing well?
I don't know. I think it was a bad connection or something. He's gonna call back later, but I mean,
Bad connection.
if they want you, then that can't be good, right? I mean, the last time Nirdath, met up with us was interesting to say the least. But
She nods. We had better. Thank you for telling me this, Errich. And as she say that, she shifts some of the splinters around on the large canvas in front of her, resting her hands on some of them. And she tells you, "Oh, make sure to be prepared for anything like that today.
Erich nods.
I'll keep
and
my
said,
eyes open."
That's good idea. Oh,
Does
also,
Anwyn,
sorry,
I just
no.
want to ask if Anwyn hears the conversation or not.
Erich isn't being quiet.
Okay, but the only thing when you mention Nidal's name, she just spits on the ground. Nothing else.
There's weird patches of. There seems to be a red liquid around the camp. Just some like splotches.
Erich says, also, I saw like a bunch of people leaving Castle Summit. I don't know why. Like, I know next to nothing about cities. Maybe they were going to another city. They had like all of their things.
Last I remember, the whole city was aflame, so
Wait,
probably...
did I see that?
Did we see that, Gabriel?
No, that's the
No,
difference.
not Nidal, but there was a whole civil...
Oh yeah, there was the whole civil
Oh,
war.
right.
you're
Yeah.
Yeah, so plausible deniability.
That's true. Yeah. I guess it could have something to do with the conflict. I'm just surprised to see people abandon their home so quickly.
It looked bad, Errich. Last time something like this erupted, 12 years of bloody civil war. She kind of stops to think. I don't suppose you were around back then. But
I
it
don't
wasn't good. It wasn't pretty.
know. All right. Well, I don't know. I just figured I'd let you guys know. I don't think, if that's any indication, then I don't think heading back to Castle Summit is really an option anymore.
I don't think Dorothy will be happy to see me.
Who?
My sister. I'm
You have a
assuming she was
sister?
the one. And she kind of looks up and she's like, Errich, I have had 8 siblings.
Erich like looks at you with
Lifelong
this blank
studies.
expression. It's like, huh?
You've met one of them.
Yeah. I just thought you had a brother.
I have several brothers and sisters.
Huh.
Is there something the matter? Do halflings not
No,
have...
no. It's just surprising because I mean I don't hear you talk about like any of them.
She kind of looks down and she's just like, I haven't seen them that much. We grew up in different parts of... She gestures vaguely to the world itself.
So then they aren't really your siblings then. I mean by blood, yeah, but if you don't really know them, then
I suppose you have a point there. She kind of thinks. But blood is what makes me an Eldar, isn't it?
yeah. But I'd say your actions make you Tatanya.
She pauses for a moment when you say that. She ponders it. Seems like you've hit a chord there. Something for her to reflect on, and she says, Thank you, Errich. I'd always just assumed that I was Tatanya. Rather than that I am who I am for my action. I'll make sure to keep an eye out today. Thank you.
Erich sort of nods and starts like peeling apples.
What's he peeling it with?
I imagine he has like I mean he has short swords, but those wouldn't be used very well. I imagine he also has like a skinning knife or like used to like collect like skins or like remove skins from animals.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess he'd just be using that.
Yeah, you're able to skin the apples, and now you have apple peels. These can be... Oh, yeah.
As you're peeling apples, Anwyn clicks at you, Erich, and she points at an apple, gives you a grin, opens out her hand expectantly, and says, Squelakanda?
Sorry, I don't recognize that word.
Can I have an apple, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. Erich, sort of like finishes peeling the one that he was on, and then hands it over to her.
Thank you. And she takes a nice, big, chunky bite. How does it taste?
Sweet. Have you ever had a red lady apple?
Oh, these are so good.
Oh, they're the best.
I just got a jump scare
Very
from that name.
Red lady. Yeah, same.
Okay. Let me just red lady apple. Okay. Sweet tart with a succulent but subtle finish. That is what Google description/taste puts it as.
No fucking way.
Though it is firm to the touch, the flesh of the lady apple is tender, not crisp.
Ooh.
Its flavor is far from tart, rather quite sweet.
Wait, that actually exists?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the best apples.
Anwyn, enjoying this succulent red lady apple, she will click her fingers at Freyna. Can I get Freyna's attention?
Yeah, okay. I think she would have just been finishing, just doing the final touches on her cloak, and then we'll turn over to you. Yeah.
Anwyn holds out the apple to you and is like, "One? You want one? It's pretty good." It's already had like a big bite taken out of it. She's offering it to you anyway.
She's like looking at the giant bite taken out of it. That's very sweet, but I don't have much of an appetite right now.
Eat the apple.
Can I roll can I do a funny charisma and just check if she's actually out of appetite or if I've accidentally grossed her out in my excitement?
Okay, yeah,
That'd be
yeah, I was
insight,
about to
wouldn't
say. Roll that charisma.
Mm-hmm.
You look frantically. There are bags on your right. It's like in a still shot, there would be like a cuteness to it. But also in reality, it's just like, look at this apple! Look at this apple! Also, technically, I got it wrong. They are pink lady apples. They are lovely. But yeah, so Anwyn puts a display of moment. Put on a display of malice enjoyment. That is the scientific name of an apple, and there's a charm to it, but also that charm is very selective, and I don't believe. And Brainier, seemingly she rolled a nat 1. I can presume to say you would not be fond of that charm unless.
I was rolling. Yeah. Okay. No, go on. Yeah.
It's probably just. Oh. We love apples in this house. We love apples.
Love apples. Love apples.
I mean, I guess dying does things to someone's charisma. You know, it can shake people. I guess you know, like.
It's just not the best time.
She got that undead whiz.
Hey, it's like you have the same excitement for this apple most people have for olives.
Yeah, that's understand. Yeah, now it makes sense. Yeah, now it makes sense.
Wait, is
great.
Anwyn just having like a massive like neurodivergent moment over apples?
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I hear that. Like, I can imagine like apples just being this like full like comfort neurodivergent flappy hand happy food. Like the only
yeah,
good
yeah,
thing
yeah.
about the bite.
Think of it. Apples
like,
in the
the
human
mountains
world
are,
are so
out of it,
juicy.
trees don't
Got
often
out
grow
of
there.
shadow fell, rotten and like dusty. It's Death Note all over again. You're Ryuk.
And
You're just
Anwyn
like
has a
I'm
notebook as
apples.
well. Anwyn has a notebook. She loves apples. Oh no.
You're Ryuk. Oh my god.
Okay.
And I'm the angel of death. I see how it is.
To our captive audience, Anya, olives are wonderful. Just they are a delicacy in the Balerion.
Wait,
You
really?
have to travel. Pardon?
No, I was just surprised at that. I don't know
No,
why.
they grow in a very hot climate.
Oh,
Climate
yeah.
is Balerion.
Yeah.
That really makes you think.
Makes you think, makes you thunk. Yeah, so, Brina, what is your reaction to this hyperfixation on apples?
Freyna?
Freyna? I
Freyna?
hear you. Go. I mean, I think
Oh,
this
sorry,
is
there we
being
go.
moment
My
forward.
bad. I was muted accidentally.
Okay.
But she'd be supportive about it. You know, she she'd be surprised by it. But she'd be supportive, like just like, oh, that's so nice. Yeah, they do look lovely.
Are you like showing everyone the apple, or what are you doing?
Anwyn is like she's hyping herself up. Like it started as wow, this apple's really good. You want some, Freyna? And then Freyna's like, no, but she's like, are you sure? It's like it's really good. Like, oh my god, like it's properly juicy. Like, you know, because like normal apples are like, you know, they have that kind of like weird aftertaste, but it just like doesn't have it. It's so fucking good. Like it's got the perfect amount of juiciness and the tenderness, and like the skin is like so soft, like it's super thin. Because like most apples, like they always have that kind of thick skin, and this one's like super soft. Like, oh my days! Like it actually just reminds me of home. Like 'cause that's the thing.
Tatanya, it's
As well.
like-
Like, you know, they would Anwyn is
Yeah,
but
Tatanya is just as she describes these apples, and as Anwyn is just going off about them. Tatanya is just staring at the apples with these cold, like uncaring, unsympathetic eyes. She hasn't had breakfast. You haven't seen her eat anything. Actually, have you ever seen her eat anything? You don't
Good
think
berries.
so. it's like no, she drinks tea. She doesn't.
He drinks
It's
it in
like-
liquid
like-
form.
Like the more Anwyn talks about like fucking how good these apples are, the more distance Tatanya feels between herself and this apple basket.
I want to express
It's like she's
Anwyn.
starting to inch away from it. Like no, this is too much
Anwyn,
conversation of food. I can't.
this wonderful, delectably amazing conversation about culinary wonders of apples. I feel a sense of hope in you. As you know what you have now?
Hmm?
You have an inspiration point. You fucking enjoy yourself.
Go!
Is this Pod? Is this how you? Is this your inspiring leader use for today?
You're inspiring me.
Do we all get like 10 temporary hit points
Yes,
hearing
you
you
know
talk
what, all
about
of
how
you get
good this
10
apple is for
temporary hit
10
points
minutes
if you
straight?
If you
Damn.
want. Yeah.
Gibbo.
Okay.
I was just thinking of how I could like properly utilize these apples in a meal because making a whole ass pie would probably not work. But can I like now that I've like taken the skins off the apples, can I like core them and like add a bit of like I don't know if I have like sugar or like butter or something. Can I like put that in the middle and then like sear them or something
Yes, of course.
to make like a more substantial like breakfast for everyone? I guess.
I would say that's yeah, I'd say you'd be able to do that. I won't make you roll for it. Yeah, so you're able to get these. What do you? I want you to. These are your own home recipes. So what do you call them?
Roseville apples.
Roseville apples. Cool. Okay. Errich gives you the. So you make these Roseville apples, and they're wonderful. They are absolutely wonderful. And yeah, so it's a really nice breakfast.
I would like to. Anwyn nicked another apple before it got made into the thing because she loves the apples as they are. Like plain apples are just the best. She loves
Errich only made like 4 into like Roseville apples, but so he's still got like 8 or I guess 7 if you've already eaten one that are still like raw and everything.
She has like 3 or 4 apples like under her arm. She's just eating them all one by one. She fucking loves the apples.
I love
He's
this.
such an apple loader.
He has the biggest like you've never. This is the most you've seen her smile. Like she's into these apples. It's almost kind of
Anwyn has an apple, and it's like, oh my god, fresh fruits. They didn't have these in the mine.
You might even wonder, like, past a certain point, it's like, is she just like into apples, or did her brain break? Did the Anwyn machine? Did something happen?
Did I add
guess
some
she
dragon
broke
spice to
my
these
mind.
apples? Oh god, oh fuck.
She fucking loves apples. Holy shit!
Did Anwyn get like dunked on her head as a child?
Probably.
Very often, I assume.
Yeah. Mine
Just
collapsed
not into the
somewhat
mind.
easily.
Breathing like, imagine like Have you ever been in a coal mine? Or like, you know when you're in an
Fortunately, no.
old shed? Have you ever been in an old shed?
Not a real
right?
British
Maybe
person.
Imagine an old shed smell, but like
Oh.
5 times worse. For like 8 hours a day. Like you come out of the mines as like a little 6-year-old, and it's like you pick your nose and it's just black, right? Like, because they would send kids into the mines. Like the kids are actually really useful because they
Oh,
can
yeah,
go
yeah.
through little tunnels to get little
Yes.
crystals and stuff. So like,
And they should, yeah. They should do that. They should be doing that today. Like,
Children
Yeah,
yearn for the
honestly.
mines.
we should bring that back.
we're talking proper like
Yeah,
chimney
yeah.
cleaner.
Yeah, this is why Balerion is a power fantasy, because children still get to the
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Before someone goes like, okay, so there are actually some benefits to child labor. Like,
So
before we get
actually,
to
I'll
that
have you
point.
know that let me pull up this handy dandy graph here that shows you.
Please do
You know,
not be do not be the like dragon OC guy who talks about why you need
cross
child
my
labor.
hands. Yeah, cross my arms. As I described it.
One of his points was, oh, you get cool auto mail like Full Metal Alchemist if you get an injury.
It's so real.
That's the worst thing I've heard.
Back to the session. On the apple consumption, what else are you doing?
Oh, Anwyn.
Oh, everyone. Kind of.
I mean, I'm with Errich on this one.
Nice.
We're
I
chilling.
gotta say, when it comes to like your next move, do you think you'd be thinking of that?
Like everyone or Tatanya?
Well, anyone really.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Erich would be like sort of going around to different group members, asking them if they want to stay another day or if you should start packing up. And when he has general consensus, he'll either leave all the stuff up or start packing up. I don't know. How is everyone feeling?
Frina, when asked, will she say she's alright, although in actuality, she's not doing alright mentally.
Oh.
Can I do like an insight check to try to get that vibe?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. I have a +2 to this.
See what the dice say.
I love the forest.
The forest is a wonderful thing. +2, never get lost. The other side, Nirdorf.
Oh, not for long. I got a 13 on it then.
13. Ooh. I don't know. Tired, but there's a bit of like a.
Okay. If you want to talk about anything, I mean, like these past few days have been pretty exhausting. So, if you want to talk about it, then I'm always here.
She would smirk, but it would quickly fade. No, don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
All right. Whatever you say. Do you want to leave today, or do you want to stay another day?
Whatever the rest wants to do, I'm fine with either.
All right. You walk over to Anwyn. How are you feeling? Besides that, apples. Do you want to stay here? Or do you want to head out?
I'd like to, as she's making up her mind, I also wanna do it like, I mean, I feel like Anwyn knows Freyna pretty well, but like, yeah, I want to do an insight check and like see how like Freyna is doing. I wonder if I get like advantage to that because we're scrunkly little pals, or maybe it's just a normal one.
Scrunkle little pals. Scrunkle little pals. Let me just Yeah.
I vouch for her getting advantage.
Or do I
this
just
one.
know? Or do I just know? Like,
Just 1 second.
I mean,
Okay.
Freyna is actually trying to hide her feelings right now, so I don't feel like you just know. But I feel
Yeah,
like
no.
yeah, she wouldn't. Yeah.
Also, the 20p coin has decided, but yeah, no, you'd still need to roll that. But
Okay.
you are lucky enough to I put it. You became very good friends during that. The degree of which is still to me not exactly known, but friends, good friends.
And they were friends. They were roommates.
They were very good friends. They told each other their secrets and they read each other their diaries.
This?
You
Like, I
get
probably roll
insight
insight, then.
advantage.
Nice.
Oh.
Well,
that.
oh my god, she is not doing alright.
Earlier, like, Anwyn wasn't really noticing it because her brain is still gigafucked from everything that happened, and just apples do that.
Yes.
But she's eaten food, she's calmed down a bit, and Anwyn's gonna get up and she's gonna go over to you, Freyna, and I guess I'm gonna abuse my nat 20. Would Freyna want a hug right now? Is a hug what Freyna needs, or is she not good with touchy right now?
I don't think a hug is necessarily what she needs at this moment. No.
Mm-hmm. Anwyn will she sits down next to you, gives you just a bit of space. But she's very close to you, and she's just like she says like hey Freyna, I got you, okay. She gives you a warm smile.
You know, thanks. Thanks for everything, actually. You've
And of course,
you've been the first friend in such a long time.
oh, well, we gotta stick together, look out for each other and all that. It's friendship's really all you have out here, isn't it?
Yeah,
Uh,
it is.
I don't say this lightly, but I, I trust you, Raina. I do. I think I trust you with my life after everything that's happened. And yeah, you you are important. You are someone that I will keep safe. Because, well, sorry, but yeah.
Frena's kind of lost expression immediately turns to this nice smile as her eyes show just pure happiness. It's just, at just words that she hasn't heard in a long time. And she says, the feeling is very much mutual. I feel like I would have just disappeared in the Shadowfell if it wasn't for you. I just couldn't think back then. Without you to guide me, I feel like I would have just rotted there.
And well, if I would have left if it weren't for you. So, well, yeah, let's not go back there, eh? Okay.
Hmm.
But we're out. We got out. Thank God.
Yeah. I really hope I never see that place again. 2 times in 1 week is too much. 1 time in a week
God,
is too much.
one time in a lifetime is too much. I can't even imagine. Well, I can, but I don't know. I don't know. The Shadowfells feels familiar in strange ways, but that's a story for another time. But whatever happens, right? If we do ever end up back there, I've led people out of the mines many times, and I will. You ever lost? I'll lead you out as many times as I need to. You'll be fine.
Thank you. If we ever do go back there, I hope next time we get to bash that necromancer's head in.
God, yeah. Oh, he's got it properly coming to him, he has.
Yeah.
Bastard.
A lot of people in this world do.
I guess that's true. Just take your time. Take your time. We've got time. We can rest. Don't. I've seen what happened in your eyes. Just take a rest as best you can. I'm here. I'm around.
I don't want to hold you guys back. You all have your mission to do, right? I don't want to weigh you guys down by just wanting to rest here.
Freyna, darling, you saved my life. You're not holding anyone down, right? You're fine.
Okay. You would keep that warm smile.
Oh.
Is this kind of happening where everyone can see and hear it, right?
Yeah, you
think
can
so.
see 2 smiling people.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Tatanya will make the choice not to interrupt this moment.
We'll make the choice as well not to interrupt us. Nice.
Yeah, after a bit, Errich doesn't really clue in on that, and he turns over to Anwyn and says, "You didn't answer the question. Do you want to leave or not?"
Anwyn gives a little she gives you a soft look, Rainer, and she's like, what are you saying? Do you wanna head off or stay for a little bit? How would you feel?
I mean, maybe we stay here for another hour or two. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a really
we
nice
can do
view.
that.
We'll stay here for just a little bit longer. Is that all right, Errich?
Yeah, so what, like another night or something?
Oh,
Or
Yeah,
too much. I feel like we should just stay here for like another few hours so we can all kind of catch our breaths a little bit.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
I was asking for like another night. It'll take me a few hours to pack all this stuff up, anyways. So
yeah, we can stay for a couple of hours and just sort of take it as we go. Like if we want to leave, we got the flexibility to do that. But otherwise we can take another night, and that's fine. No harm done, right?
right. Erich will go over to Tatanya. Say, "How do you feel? Do you want to stay or do you want to go?"
Should I stay?
Look over at the others. I don't think a rest is in the books for us, Errich. Not if we want to catch up.
Erich nods. Yeah.
I've been tracking this thread for a long time. I need some closure. For once.
All right. Well, can you hold on for a few hours?
A few hours. Let's hope nothing bad happens. It feels safer resting further from Castle Summit.
Yeah, that place is. Sorry, you go ahead.
Maybe then we take maybe an hour, 2 hours, or 3 perhaps. Yeah, and we'll before nightfall we'll take a trek up to somewhere a bit more safe and spend the night there. I think that's a good midway ground. I reckon.
She kinda rubs one of her eyes. I had to battle wolves yesterday night. I'd rather not have to deal with this eve.
We'll move on. We won't camp here tonight. We'll just spend a few hours, catch a breath, and then we'll head off. Yeah.
I could use a more civilized accommodation. She nods.
Oh, did you get an apple? And you see he holds up this tray of like 2 or 3 apples left.
I'm good.
Are you sure? I mean, if we're gonna be traveling, it's good to have some energy.
I have plenty of energy, Errich.
All right. Well, I'll
Too
just keep
much,
one.
even.
I'll just keep one set aside for you, just in case.
Right. You do that.
And when Anwyn's already eaten, like 4 out of 12 of these apples, but her eyes are like wide open on one of these. She is staring at the apples. She wants one.
Can I roll perception to notice this?
Of course.
Okay.
With advantage.
With advantage.
you know she loves apples.
I am the apple adept. I speak for the apples. And I have a +2 to
Oh my
this as
God.
well. Wow, 2 garbage. So that's a 10 total.
But not the apples. You do not speak for the apples. You do not. Yeah, no. You don't really notice anything until there's a. What the fuck did the apples go? And it's just like Poe when he had all the peaches. All right, all the
What the? I was planning to save a couple for second breakfast. What the fuck?
And when just does not say anything, she's just looking at you with puppy eyes, and she's sort of like holding her staff like up to her like collarbone, and she's just and you just hear.
You see Errich visibly shaking, slowly puts the tray down, puts his hands behind his back, and says, It seems we have a glutton among us.
Anwyn finishes the apple. She seems to have swallowed the whole core as well, and he just kind of looks to the side and she's like, sorry, I just really like apples. Sorry, I thought they were going, and like you said it was fine. You already made the breakfast, and
So
you can
long
have
as it
the
keeps the
other one.
necrotic away.
And she from behind her back, she hands you a half-eaten apple because she'd already started on the second one, whilst her mouth was still full of the first one.
Feel free to have my portion of the share. I'm not that hungry.
So yeah, you're being offered this half-eaten apple. Errich.
I'd like to imagine that Anwyn ate half because she thought, like, you're a halfling. You only need to eat half. It's fine. You can just have half. Errich takes it and says, "You try anything like this again, and it's your head." Breakfast is sacred. You do not fuck with it.
Anwyn, can you roll history?
Roll history.
Who's rolling history?
You.
Okay.
You got this. You got this, bestie.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna be the best.
2 nat 20s. Here we go. Or I guess only one since it's not at advantage or disadvantage.
Good apples was. That's all that's going on in your head. You kind of can't really think about what he's talking about, but like second breakfast, that rings a bell. I feel like most people have heard of it. Even with a 5, actually. Hobbits and second breakfast. Don't mess with that shit.
You do not.
You do not mess with second breakfast.
It's like Tetris players and children.
And when it's like...
Okay.
The realization slowly dawns on Anwyn, and she's profusely apologizing. She starts profusely apologizing, and then like I guess sees that the damage is already done, and just sort of like looks to the side with the most guilty look you've seen. It's very strange. Like she's normally this such responsible woman, but like. I don't know. Apples seem to just break like all of her self-control. Like it's very strange. Like she's actually child moding right now. It's bizarre. Yeah, she just profusely apologizes and sort of skitters off, guilty-like.
I'm glad we can have these wholesome moments before Freyna dies. This is really great.
Stop throwing my campaign.
Actually, I would like to do something as Freyna. Who has the battle axe that was found in the Shadowfell a little bit ago?
What battle axe?
I remember a battle axe being picked up.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, fuck up, Gimmo! Fuck up with poison breath. Hey.
No, don't worry.
What's this? What's this 70 poison damage?
Looks like we're rolling new characters.
No, so so yes, Rainier, please.
So who has the battle axe? Because I remember a battle axe being picked up in the Shadowfell.
I thought you did. I had the armor.
It might have actually been you. So
let's just assume it's you. Let's just assume it's you.
Oh,
because literally no one else here uses axes.
I mean, I used warhammers before this.
Yeah, but you're a barbarian. You have to use an axe.
It's like how
you're right, Betsy.
Errich is a hobbit. He has to have second breakfast.
So
exactly.
which
Tetris
weapons do we
players
even
have to
find there?
take untended child.
Which weapons do we even find there? Because
it was battle axe. Let me actually check the notes because I have it from last session. There is a short sword and a battle axe, and Errich has a pair of studded leather armor of fire resistance.
Yep.
Can I Oh.
Oh.
Can I use my magical awareness on my axe to see if there's anything on it?
It's very well made, but it's not magical. It has seen magical places, but it is more or less just a very, very skilled craftsman who's made this.
Can I like shift into view of her magical awareness so she can get a read on my armor, or is that bullshit?
Oh, yes, actually, yeah. Errich's armor, it has been weaved and sewn in a way of runic and other mysticisms, which this embroidered leather seems to have power over resistance over fire. Not complete immunity, but the ability to overcome it, to be stronger than it. Very powerful.
You'd be quite surprised by seeing this strange magical aura around the armor. And she would say, "That armor you're wearing, where do you get that?"
This stuff, I don't know. I just found it when we were all back there, you know, in the there. It sort of like goes quiet,
It seems like
like
it has special properties.
special properties. What do you mean?
Like, as like as you can see, her eyes go from her grayish blue to red, which you would normally associate with her rage, but she seems a little bit more calm than usual when she's raging.
Right.
And she would just like look at like the stuff you're wearing and would say, "It seems, it seems to have some kind of resistance to heat."
Resistance to heat?
Heat? You heard me. Are you deaf?
No. Okay, I'm not deaf. I'm just, I guess, a bit skeptical because, Erich is going to, I'd like to set one of my arrows on fire and like hold it under, like the armor, see if it like if I feel like the heat.
Okay. You
Do it.
do that, and you don't feel it. And you press it closer, and you still don't feel it. You have to really press it in. The fire that he used was an inferno of decay rather than ash and other sorts. Though it might have its own little effect on that.
Do you,
Anyway.
could I try to, I don't know, speculate on what that could be? Oh, hold on. Could I try to, sorry, the mic cut off. Could I try to, like, speculate on what that could be?
The speculate on the what?
On, like, the special little effect it might have?
Okay. Can you roll a Arcana check?
Arcana. Now, since dragons are my favorite enemy and I have advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks, do I get advantage on this?
Sure.
Cool. So advantage and a +2.
Yeah.
I love rangers.
The ranger's favorite class.
Arcana. Let's take a look-see.
Oh, that's
a 15.
15. Okay. Well, with that, it's fire. You should be able to get some effect from it, but no. It's still a bit of a mystery to you, but
Alright. That's fine.
yeah,
That's fine.
You might be able to bluff your way through it. That's one thing.
Bluff my way through it?
Oh, how'd I put it? You have a set of armor which is resistant to fire. Well, you're not exactly sure if it will make you resistant to needle fire, but It says that he knows.
Yeah,
So
that's
telling him his biggest weapon won't work on it and then using a dummy version of it on you. Never know.
fair point. All right, I'm content. Thank you, Gibbo. Thank you for satiating my magic item hunger for today. But I require more next session.
Fine, honey. Be careful though. The radiation poisoning does start affecting you after about like 4 of them.
No, that's fine. As long as I can look badass and cool doing it.
Pardon?
Hello?
Anyone?
I said they're making the frickin' halflings gay.
Okay. Well, on that point, you guys stay there for a few more hours. Is that like...
What's the views like? What's the vibe? Is it nice? Is the air nice?
Yeah.
It's cloudy, with a soft breeze, but it's colder. It's at the moment high autumn, so got to get through it. Summer ended a while ago, and it's only getting colder at the moment. The summers have been less fruitful, and the winters are becoming more frightening.
Anwyn, just in these few hours, Anwyn spends some more time working on her poetry.
Okay. That's nice. Does anyone do any, like, foraging, exploring, or whatnot?
Foraging? Foraging, you say?
Oh, yeah.
I can forage?
I mean, I mostly spend time patrolling, I guess.
Okay.
If any wild beasts, those happen to be often.
Maybe some of the plants don't grow around your camp anymore. And does anyone follow the patrols?
I would probably. I mean, hearing what Tatanya said about wolves, and then the dream he had, and the vision as he was leaving the Shadowfell, he'd be sort of reminiscing about the past and all that. So he'd accompany Tatanya.
Okay. As you go through the woods, I'm going to change the battle map. So
Please.
yeah. So Freyna, is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I think Freyna would just be resting up, you know.
Okay.
Pretty map. Oh.
Rich and Tatanya, can you place your tokens around here?
I love excluding other members of the party.
I'm so sorry.
Errich, it feels like worse to be close to Tatanya. It's like actively nauseating getting closer to her.
I did want to say, I forgot to mention this, but just flavor wise, sorry. Whenever now that Tatanya has preserved life Errich so many times, now whenever he's like closer to her, he just gets a little bit more pale.
Yeah, it's bad. It's malicious. It's malicious is how I would put it. Before it was nasty. Now it feels like there is something new to it, different somehow, but familiar in another way.
Cool.
I'm really liking the Stockholm Syndrome art.
Same.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
They're just friends.
Yeah.
They're just friends. Tatanya's really...
Remember what happens to Tatanya's friends, Errich? Never mind.
Well, yeah, but I'm a PC, and Gibbo never kills PCs.
Never. Yeah.
Sorry, it doesn't kill
Never at all.
PCs that aren't gay.
Yeah, I'm just walking you into the
Let me
woods
tell
for
you,
no
West
reason,
Section has
Errich.
been on the brink. The only reason they're still alive is due to Maria.
Want to see anime Dead Resurrection, Errich? Come on, help me out here. Help me with my homework assignment. Just let me stab you a little, Errich. Come on, help me out.
Let me consume you for the brood mother.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are we drowned now?
Well,
No, but yeah, no, we're
yeah.
exploring. There's a
Excellent,
crunkly little
yeah.
forest. Tatanya is she's on a fucking Vietnam veteran mode right now. She's scanning the trees and shit. It's like she's not okay,
okay.
man.
Yeah, I'd like to think Errich is doing like the complete opposite. He's like, walking through the grass, and which is having like this adverse effect of like the grass growing around Errich and dying around Titania. Very,
Yeah.
very duality core for real.
Yeah.
Narrative
Fucking up the
conflict. Oh yeah.
ecosystem.
I'm just saying, just because she's looking around. I was gonna ask for the perception check, assuming it would have been given the rolls in the chat.
Okay. So, you weird. Do you like look around? Wolves. You see them, but they avoid you.
She looks.
There's something else which is weirder. There's faults in the ground, little like cracks and almost like gaps in them.
Gaps. She stops you, Errich.
Hmm?
Something's wrong here. She sits down and from a distance she'll look at the cracks. About where on the map are they? If you could point at them, Gabo.
Around this rock, but they follow on for a bit. Follow in almost a straight line.
She gestures towards them and she says, "Do you see those cracks? Like the floor here is unstable.
Yeah,
Something's buried even. Waiting. I don't think it's a good idea to continue without the others. There's
Yeah.
something here."
it's a good call.
She kind of sees it and she just turns towards you and she's like, "There's no reason to lose someone because we split up. Not anymore." Do you trust them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they would have left if they didn't trust us.
I regret some of the things that occurred. I regret every occurred in the Shadowfell the other day, but if you trust them, she nods. No one made the right choice that day. No one.
Well, I mean, it's in the past, right? We can't change that. Best we can do is
We
keep
also
walking
can't
forward.
forget it, Errich. We can't forget it either.
It's true.
There's something about this place. And she'll... Can't you find like a rock or something?
Yes, definitely. There's some
To just
pebbles, rock.
yeet at these cracks.
You do that and you open it up and there's a... Oh. The rock falls. And you realise that the ground that's around there is hollow. You can hear like the bounce of it quite quickly, so there's not a deep drop, but at least not really one that isn't reasonable.
I see. Is it some sort of cavern or...
You need to look through it.
Where are those wolves?
The wolves are in the trees. They seem to be.
You're in the
They
trees?
seem to be. Well, not the trees. They're like in the around the forest, but they seem to be not interested.
Interesting. The time's gonna ask you to step back just a little bit, Errich. Just so you no longer feel that lovely aura.
Yeah, Erich steps back.
She gets down and she takes the skull from her pouch and she holds it. She places one hand on the ground and I just like the ritual cast Speak with Animals as like the plant life and earth around me just starts like slowly withering as I draw magic from it.
Okay.
It's not something you've seen her done before, but it's what she's doing now.
What, speak with animals?
No, this way of drawing her magic from places.
Yeah.
before it was much more inward. Now it's outwards.
Cool.
And she'd like to stare one of the wolves straight in the eyes.
Looks normally and then it turns as you talk to her.
She stares it straight in the eyes. And I'd still like to imagine that when Tatanya speaks with animals, it's like entirely non-verbal. They just
Oh yeah, no, it's completely
there's this killer stare in their eyes as she just goes, "You, hunter."
Why are you speaking to me, human? It looks back at you with a mean stare.
I'm not just a human. I was here yesterday. Your pack fled from me. Don't betray yourself. I have a question that I need answered.
It makes like a noise like and then it just realizes.
She stands up. Makes herself look tall and wide. Kind of takes one step forward. Stands there steadily.
What information do you need?
This area. Is there any other predators here? Beasts of burden and prey.
Spiders.
Spiders. That
Every
she says
fucking
out
time.
loud to Errich.
Spiders?
We've been gone for a while.
Hmm.
Silly. Legged bugs.
Hmm. She looks at the wolf and she goes, "Be on your way with the pack, noble hunter."
And looks and he says, "Wish you well."
She turns towards you, Errich, and she says, "There's spiders here. I saw it in his eyes."
Were you talking?
Huh? And she just kind of goes, "Speaking, no, I just attuned myself to this place." She points to the wolf and she's, "I suppose it was a conversation of sorts, yes?"
Can you ask it a question for me then?
"I could try. Make it simple." She kind of looks over at the wolf and she whistles, trying to get his attention.
Turns again and it goes, "What?"
She looks over at Errich, but with her body, her eyes remain transfixed on the wolf. "This is my packmate. He has a question too."
Erich
And she goes to you and she looks at you and Errich and said, "What do we want to know?"
hold on. Sorry, just 1 second. Yeah, Erich turns to Tatanya and says, "Can you ask them if they've seen a white wolf recently?"
"A white hunter, like you. Has it been here?" She furrows her brow, looks up at the skies, the clouds,
Traveled
and at the wolf.
westward.
"Come again? What do you say, Gil?"
Looks and he says, traveled westward.
"Westward." "Westwards, Errich. It has been here."
So it's still alive?
"Alive." She kind of gnashes her teeth.
Alive. Strong.
She nods to you, Errich.
Erich smiles. Good. All right, that's
And she
all I
looks at
wanted
the
to know.
wolf and she just goes, "A strong white wolf." She thinks to herself, "Does it have any attachment to this place?" She kind of stomps on the ground.
The wolf, new here.
"What's its
Also from
terrain?"
the pack.
Hmm. She nods. She looks around. And she relaxes. Breaks the eye contact off. And she looks over to you, Errich. She goes, there are spiders here. I'm assuming they're the same sorts that we've seen before.
Hmm.
We should get the others.
Errich nods.
We need to head through here eventually.
All right.
And we use summon fast forward.
Again.
Fast travel button to the camp where the others are.
Boom.
Nyong.
Rev up the Bugatti.
Okay.
Can I just, before we continue, can I quickly go get a drink of water?
Yes, I actually kind of want to get some water as well.
Yeah, I want to get some food.
You're in a forest, you prepare speak with animals, guys. Druid moment.
You prepare spells?
I know, right?
I don't. That's the difference between you and me.
Yeah.
I still
Ranger
have
moment.
I still have the same 3 healing spells, Entangle and Zephyr Strike.
Yeah, truth. Entangle was so gigabest. Huh.
So I guess Anwyn loves apples. We've learned something today.
Truth.
Mm-hmm. I love the idea of this like generally very serious, quite responsible like woman, but who like actually is just secretly a little bee who loves apples, but just is like deals with too much shit in the mines to ever like
Hello. How are people feeling about the session?
Mhm. Very fun. I love apples.
I'm having a nice lot of fun with this session.
It's I'm being very spiritually healed.
Yeah, no, this is like the Evangelion.
I haven't watched it yet.
There's an episode where Shinji goes into what he starts like imagining himself in basically like a trashy school anime, where like everyone loves him and he's like Asuka wakes him up for breakfast and like they go to school and it's a funny haha baka moment. And
I mean,
it's
this
like
is- yeah.
like the I'm Rei Ayanami. How's it hanging, dudes? Like that sort of shit. And then it's like basically meant to be really wholesome, and you realize this is Shinji's fetishization of the world he lives in. This dude needs help, man.
And win apple.
Also, wholesome apple moment. Also, like I was trying to do like a like just subtle enough to not be like stupid, but also Scooby Doo impression.
Yes, you did great, Gibbo. I love you.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but like
You were talking as a dog. This is the best part of D&D.
no, the fact that you didn't say Errich, he would have said Rurich.
Rarich.
Rurich.
Love that. I'm back for
Franya.
I'll give my inspiration to you, Gibbo. Thank you very much for Rarich. I hate you, but I love you, but I hate you, but
Franya. So. How do I put it? I have a dog, like a big dog.
The homophobic dog.
but it's like he has like the snoot look. It's just big button nose. So like spiritually I know how he sounds. How are you feeling on this session, Parade? Actually,
Yeah,
one
Parade.
second.
Oh yeah, Parade's getting water or no?
I'm here.
Oh, Gibbo asked how are you doing, Parade, or how are you enjoying the session?
What? Wait, was I asked something?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Gibbo asked
Yeah,
like how are you enjoying the session?
Oh, I'm very much enjoying the session. Yeah, I've loved all the interactions everyone's had. Yeah.
Slowly recuperating your sanity and emotional stability.
Oh no! Freyna lost that a long time ago. No, Freyna lost that a long time ago, but she's trying to scrap together whatever she has left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm back.
Can I offer you an apple in these trying times? This is Anwyn's first session that hasn't been completely fucked.
I know
Like,
this is honestly the first like North session that hasn't been depressing as hell. Like everyone's doing good this right now, I guess, except for Freyna. As always, the parade character gets shafted.
Oh, I was muted. That's strange.
You know how it's like with comedy, like sometimes sadness can be like alleviated by a bit of humor. This is happiness that's just.
Yeah.
But no.
We're like back at stage 1 of the movie, you know, when we're back on like
First
being
act.
a little bit more happy. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
back
it's
in the
like
first
how do I
act.
put it? That was honestly that entire section in Castle Summit, end of chapter 1. That was the end of fucking chapter 1.
That was Hope, a Fool's Game.
A Hope of Fool's Game. We got to decide on the name of this now. Now, I'm just gonna finish one thing.
April Fool's Day. I mean, we already got it, you know. This is the start of the next arc where we're all like really silly towards each other and we do pranks.
There's like a moment where
Eric, we can't
They will
have
just-
that much hope.
they all go and find Straladar and they just smoke pipes together.
Yeah, and Albin joins.
Albin joined.
Oh,
He's like,
God.
let me get the music that's like constantly playing.
The wise mystical tree.
Oh, mystical tree.
It's like Albin and no, he actually has the wise mystical tree music. But no, this is like what's playing. This is like the Balerion Part 2.
No, if North was just like this all the time, our characters would be in such a much better place, you know?
It's
This
like,
is the
yeah, this
start.
is what's
Sure.
happening right now. Everything is so nice. With Tatanya inside,
It is the
I am going to
calm
end all
before the
life on this
storm.
world.
We're all gonna be so depressed by the end of the session, I bet.
literally, what we have.
Someone's
is
gonna
we
die
have-
this session.
We have insane Tatanya
No, don't
trying
say
to
that.
be not insane, but
Broken.
fucking mentally broken Tatanya trying
Punish
to be
Tatanya.
fixed by Errich, and then we have mentally broken Freyna trying to be fixed by Anwyn. This is just like
Yeah, the two nutcases and the two therapists. Yes.
yup.
No. I love it though.
Okay,
It's such a vibe.
Can we get back into the session?
back to the session. And we'll have it.
Aw.
Aww.
No Shire?
You enter back at camp. You come from the forest, and it seems Freyna and Anwyn are still there.
Cool.
Is there anything you say?
When we leave, the way we're going, we kind of, scoped it out, and it seems there might be spiders nearby. Hopefully it means we don't have to fight them, but, we haven't had a good track record with wild animals in the past.
Oh. Lovely. No rest for the wicked.
Nope.
Gonna grab her new axe. What does her new axe look like? Like, what is this?
What's the vibe?
What does it look like?
Well, the axe is almost flat. It's been etched along the sides in like a diamond pattern around just the edges of the sharpened bits. When you touch the sharper bits, it's like fine to an edge. And it's like it feels lighter, but also just there's so much more power to it. Mastercraft, like really well done.
You would grab this new axe that she hasn't properly held yet. All right, let's go deal with these things.
I'm gonna use
fucking inspiring leader and give people scrunkly hit points.
Oh, I already marked that down because I thought you did that earlier with the apples.
Yeah, me too. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Imagine I used it here. I don't think people were inspired by the apples. I think that was more effective.
I don't know what you're on about.
No.
Apples are pretty inspiring.
Errich
Doctors
respected your
American
vast
professor.
knowledge of agriculture, and
God, I love agriculture lore. You realize there are parts of the Centerlands with 2 harvests.
no fucking way.
I love harvests. I love fucking agriculture lore. You realize the soil you're on mainly consists of peat soil and
Stinky Pete,
no, peat is in like peat moss, and then there's
Skinny
also
Pete?
like basically there's a
So-
thing called peat bogs. They're like these carbon-based. It's kind of confusing, but
Let
it's
me
like
look it up.
peaty soil and loamy soil. That's the main soils of the Balerion.
Stop being a geography student.
P-
I love
E-
you.
E-
Stop.
Also, stop being British while you're at it.
No,
Oh,
No,
this kind of
I don't
soil.
want
Okay,
that.
yeah,
No.
British
Anyway,
soil. Yeah,
you're-
I
need
like
to-
being
you all
British.
need-
I have a better accent than most people know.
that is just not true, and you know it.
No, my accent's better. But anyway,
You fucking what?
More
All
than
you
a
British people
moment.
sound the
you
same.
need
Like,
to
swear to
gain,
God.
guys. You need to
that's
gain.
British, yes.
Please
Wah,
gain
wah.
3 hit points.
You know, whenever. Why is there a GIF of 2
I
guys
don't know.
making out
It
in
was
the
sent
general
like at the
chat?
start of the session.
Errich,
Anyway.
I'm confused, but I'm not like complaining. But
Yeah,
can
right.
you-
I mean, it's something else, and it just doesn't stop. It's
Please,
like
God, no.
it just
Anyway,
Context
you know?
to our one viewer. I started farming lettuce a while back, and these fucking caterpillars ate my lettuce.
Oh no.
Ah,
Yeah, Gibbo is traumatized by caterpillars, our dear
I
one
love them,
viewer.
but oh my God, thieving bastards. Back to the campaign.
Yeah, guys,
Fucking
you
caterpillars ate my
gain.
lettuce.
You
Pretty sure
you
I'm British.
all
Rub
you
it in
all
people's
gain
faces.
temporary hit points.
10 temporary hit points. Yeah, cool. I now
Temporary
have
hit
53 hit points total.
Oh, I'm way above that. I'm at 65.
You're a barbarian. Please stop talking.
Like,
I'm a scrunkly little
Anyway.
halfling druid. Like, yeah, of course.
While we're at the camp, Tatanya will just kind of ask everyone, does anyone have a spare weapon of sorts?
Oh yeah, Eric's hands are the. Oh.
Freyna, this would actually remind Freyna to give back your short sword, Errich.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to give you this back when I bought my new Warhammer back at Castle Summit.
Well, this is convenient. Eric just hands the short sword to Tatanya. There you go.
She takes it. She feels it. It's a +1 short sword?
No, it's a regular short sword.
It's a +1. All of them are +1.
What?
Yeah,
When
that's-
Gibbo
that's
says
all.
really well made, he means +1, but he hates calling magical weapons magical because he's
No, this
he's
is.
funny like that.
They're
Hold
not
on,
magical.
hold on. These are my short swords. The one that I started
okay,
with.
okay.
Oh, the one. But also, like, they're not magical. They're just well made.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Where's
got
my axe?
I'll take the normal short swords. Thank you.
And,
no problem.
Is my axe +1?
your axe is +1.
Oh, okay. Is that to attack or to damage or
That's to
both?
both. It's just a +1 weapon. You get it to like to attack and to.
I don't know. I've never had one before. Okay, my
Hmm.
characters die before they get any items like this.
Okay. Well,
Oh man. All right. While we walk, when we leave, but like, are we leaving right now, or is anyone else doing anything? I should probably wait.
sure.
Are y'all leaving?
Oh, Brenda's got nothing that she wants to do.
Tatanya, Anwyn, are you guys doing anything before we leave?
No. I mean, she's just currently like trying the blade that you gave her.
Okay.
And she'll take off the glove in her hand, the gloved hands, that the stone used to reside on, and just kind of feel it, and feel the weight of the blade in there. The stone is still in there, but it's been a while since she's actually held a weapon.
It's, I mean, if I can say this right now, it's well made. It's well put together. It seems to be, it's simple, wooden sort of hilt, leather, leather handle, and just some like decent like iron. It's nothing special, nothing flashy, but it's a decent weapon.
I see.
Okay. So you end up leaving.
Yep.
All right, and while we're heading there, like when I think we're getting closer, I'd like to cast protection from beasts on Tatanya.
Very nice. What does that do again?
Let me throw that in the. I'm going to get so much mileage out of this spell because it's just.
Oh my god, you are.
Peep this.
Protection grants you several benefits. Have disadvantage. Oh my god. Yep.
Wow.
Hey,
And they can't be
Nice.
poisoned, frightened, or restrained by creatures. By
this
beasts.
is awesome.
It is.
Tony, you feel this like there's almost like a green like almost like a little aurora around you for a second before just dissipating. And
Okay.
as you continue through these woods, get back to the forest palace. Can everyone place their tokens down here?
Mm-hmm.
Get back on roll 20. There we go.
Okay.
How do
So,
I'll ask later.
no, you please put your thing down.
Yeah, they're not.
Nice. What are people saying?
Hmm?
I thought somebody was saying something.
No.
So you see the fault in the land around the rock in the straight line.
Anwyn is like her whole thing is that she does like fucking mining rocks and stuff, like underground mining rocks and things. So
I mean, we would have
Like-
notified you of this as well, right? Like the fact that the ground
Sure.
is like bad here. So if we were to bring that up, Anwyn would probably be like, "I know what to do here."
hmm I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for, but I want to roll like I want to get like the vibe of what this terrain is like. If there's points of interest, if there's like if there are cracks where animals might be living, like the spiders, for example, or if there's uneven ground, or just anything of that nature. Using my mining knowledge.
This is the ground here. You actually see a fault within the ground, and this fault exposes what the area of ground you stand upon is over. A tunnel.
Oh.
There are some areas which seem to have been dug a bit by like a spider or whatever, but it's like, no, this is different, but it would require further investigation.
Is this like man-made or like artificial or natural?
You would need to, this is not natural, but I haven't seen things like this, but you would have to, well, investigate further by looking inside.
Okay. So
I.e., don't do that.
Anwyn, I mean, she relays this information from the group, and she succinctly sort of gives some context, explaining how she has a lot of experience with these things, but this is certainly these are unusual formations. The rocks should not be
forming in this kind of way. So I guess what I'll do. So she's using her staff to tap on the rocks as she moves. Seeing how hollow they sound and what the depth is and all that kind of stuff. And I guess so.
I would say you just do that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
First time you tap it, it's normal ground. The second time, it's still that, but then the third time, it's as if you are tapping the beat of a drum.
Dune. Dune.
Oh my god.
It's a Dune reference. You don't understand. It's literally drum sand.
Next time you say that, I feel like I might just hunt you down.
I'd like
If
to see you try.
do you want to
You can't even
stamp
leave your own
harder?
house.
You want to put your staff down harder.
Do I have an indication of what that might do?
You could actually punch a hole through the ground.
Can I navigate a path for us through, across the thing by, tapping and finding the most, stable paths to walk on?
Sure, but you're on the stable bit at the moment.
Okay, but can we walk across the tunnel and get a path, over and through? Can we just do that,
Look at this image. It's this. It is basically just, straight line where you can feel it being far weaker than where you're standing.
Okay. Anwyn, she turns to her companions, and she explains, okay, so I say we have two options. Firstly, there's a line that runs, and she points with her staff from one direction, and she moves all the way across, as far as she's mapped it. And she says, from here to here and maybe longer, the ground here is hollow. It's very weak. It's like some sort of fault line. There's likely a tunnel underneath, I believe. Now, we could spend some time investigating, or I can just find us a path that's stable that we can walk across, and we can just continue on our way.
Reno's gonna say, I don't see much point in investigating a hollow line in the ground. I don't know, it's the forest, you know? I doubt it's anything too much other than some mole digging through the ground.
Tatanya will add on to that after Freyna says that and say, there's spiders here. Large ones, presumably. For the wolves to have mentioned them. We're very close to civilization. They have gone into hiding, I think, from something. Might be wise to see them. If not to speak to them, if not to...
I
kind
don't
of
see why I
stops
need
on what
to
she's
do
saying and she looks over at Errich. I do think I'm talking to animals, Errich. And she turns to Freyna and she says, if at least to protect the nearby people.
It's a spider. How dangerous can a small little spider be? Even if it's
She
a big
points
one.
towards a nearby tree and she says, their legs are about the size of those trunks.
That's just myth, isn't it?
She has this dead look in her eyes.
Being serious.
Her facial expression does not change.
That is a...
No,
It is stalwartly the same.
Jesus.
She has seen
Didn't think
death.
stuff like that would actually exist.
You'd be surprised. I've seen, well, let's just say, I'd call them millipedes, but they're not millipedes anymore.
there are some funny things you can find down in the mines and the caves. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah, and when
I wanted to add that with the little bits where there's a fault, there's actually like a few cracks, and not cracks, but like actual areas in the ground where the like little chunks of it have fallen down. These are very little, but they are visible.
we'll just say, well, look, our safety is the first priority, and I won't force anything, but I think we should stay and have a look, because this is a very unusual feature, and well, I've learned to find the valuable minerals and items and locations among features of this nature. And with the perils we've faced on the road so far and what we're likely to come across, I think we need all the help we can get, frankly. So this is quite a good opportunity to see if we can find anything.
Hmm.
I know
don't-
the
we should, give ourselves more problems than it is. Haven't we been through enough without dealing with massive fuck-off spiders?
I
Yeah.
know these rocks. I know what I'm looking for. We're not going to be spending much time messing around here. Should be a fairly quick job. Nothing worse than the mines. I'll tell you that much.
Fine. If you think it'd be a good idea, then I'm with you.
I mean, we've been able to take spiders in the past, but hopefully this isn't any different.
You've been able to kill spiders that have legs like those trees?
Erich looks over to the trees. How big are the trees?
There are.
Gibbo, exactly how tall are these trees?
Yeah, how many
And
inches?
wide. What's the volume
No,
of the
no,
tree?
no. We're not
thick.
using
I meant
inches. They're
thick,
about
guys.
they're about like 7 inches tall, and then they go
7
to the
inches
rest.
tall. Okay, okay.
And they go to like
Maybe not that big, but yeah, pretty big. I mean, I would classify it, if I were to use terms of classification, I would say they were giant.
Poisonous
Well, if you've been
too.
able to deal with them before, and we've seen crazier things than a giant spider. Alright.
Okay.
Before we go down here, I would just like to look around to the party and just take a good look at everyone. What are their feelings here? How are they? Other than Freyna, how does everyone else seem to think of these spiders?
Erich looks pretty confident. He doesn't think it's anything he hasn't seen before.
And what about Anwyn?
Anwyn is paying more attention. She's currently she's at the fault line, and she's around the little cracks, and she is slowly hammering her staff into a crack, and she has this hand hammer, and she's hammering it in like a sort of like a hammer or a chisel, and as this rod is going into it further and further, and she's basically working at this rock right now.
Mhm.
She wasn't really paying attention to the whole point about spiders.
Cool.
Okay.
So Tatyanya's gonna turn towards Freyna and just say, "Your nervousness is not unwarranted." She kind of she makes eye contact with you, or at least if you just allow her to.
Yeah, she would allow it to.
And she would raise a hand towards you, ungloved at that, and she would say, there have been bad moments these past few days, but Can I at least offer you a token of apology? I don't wish you to die, Freyna. I never wished you were dead. What I said back there. She looks up at you.
You've been through a lot. I guess that place does fuck with you. It's fine. Just
Yeah, it fucks with you. That's one way to put it. And she would rest a hand on your shoulder. And you felt this before. The magic that comes from Tatanya. She's trying to cast something on you. Do you let her?
would she be able to know what she's casting, or like? Wait, can I use my cursed awareness on this to figure this out?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, if you want to.
Oh yeah, she's gonna. While you're doing this, her eyes are immediately gonna turn red as she looks to see what you're doing.
She kind of takes her hand back a little bit, knowing that this is what it looks like when you fucking fly into a rage. She raises a hand, non-alarming. Poisonous
Oh.
spiders. It's protection. It's trying to cast protection protection from poison on you.
Yes, the best spell in the game.
Her eyes would immediately go back to a grayish blue as she now knows what you're doing. It's like,
And
I thought. Sorry, I immediately thought the worst. Sorry, it just.
no,
people
she
randomly
shakes
casting
her
spells on
shakes
me
her head.
Isn't really my
No,
thing.
that's
Not to be.
her hand
Never mind.
glowing like a menacing black deathly aura, the air around it like turning to death by the second that she's just like, I completely understand it. It's been some bad days. Would you let me?
It's a nice gesture, but I prefer people not to cast spells on me like that. As she's gonna
see.
just kind of.
Uh-huh.
She's still kind of just in shock by just someone randomly trying to cast a spell on her. Bad memories about people doing
Yeah,
that. to
no,
us.
yeah, I figured
She's
that
gonna
your
start
PTSD
kind of
moment.
walking a little bit forward to wherever Anwyn is to just kind
Tatanya
of
will
get away.
basically take the magic in her hand and just cast it inwards. So I'll just use it on myself.
Dibbo, can you did you see my DMs? I need to get an answer on that on this for a sec.
Just 1 second. Okay, yeah, so, Anwyn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you can enter the tunnel through that. It's like you would be on the edge of the wall of the tunnel, but you can still enter it through that.
Okay, so it's like so she gets to do the thing I described, and that's how we basically create a thing.
Well, yeah, basically she cracks.
Yeah, so basically, Freyna, as you walk towards her, Anwyn, without averting her gaze to you, she sort of like points her hand at you, like sort of in a stop motion, and is like she's like, don't come too close, Freyna. Give me a second. And what you
She
notice
immediately
she's
stops in her tracks. So she's just kind of like trying to like lean over and see what you're doing.
So Anwyn, this staff that she carries around with her, what she's been doing is she has been hammering it into the rock with this hand hammer that she has. And she's been hammering it in, thump, thump, thump. And she does it in one spot. She takes it out. She moves to another spot. Thump, 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 does it again. And she's moved through she's on the third spot now. Because this rock is already quite cracked, and as she, I guess as she finally hammers it in the last amount, you hear the rock do this like, and it like the pressure of the rod inside the rock pushes the rock apart at this crack line. And I don't know how like big this like hole or gap is, Gibbo, but basically the rock would fall apart as the pressure of the rods like pushes it out essentially.
Yeah.
So like how big is this like gap that like Anwyn's created?
It's like a, I'll put like a tunnel out for it, like, say like about there, like about 20, like about 15 feet of just like exposed area.
God, holy shit, she did work.
You
So
realize
it's just
how,
like
like, you begin
it's
to
just a
appreciate. Yeah.
it's just a chasm. She just opened up a chasm with
Yeah.
one rod and three
You
fault
begin to
lines.
appreciate how thin the rock was. Like,
This is why we
plate.
roll perception checks as soon as we enter a Gibbo battle, guys.
Well, as
So
you,
true.
do you want to look inside?
Yes, I'd love to.
Can I assist her in this?
Of course. All of
Alright.
you can look inside.
So should we all
I'm
roll
looking,
perception, or should
respectfully.
we?
This is just vision.
Oh, okay.
It is a tunnel. It stretches for God knows how long. It is not natural. It is not man-made either. This construction of mining is not even something Anwyn has seen before. It's perfectly symmetrical. Not being touched. Though, there's a spider. Giant one. Dead. On the ground. It has been ripped apart. Maimed. Brutalized. Horrifically scarred. Killed. The nice way of putting it. It is there. And those tunnel just seems to be very dark.
Can I, with my knowledge of like fucking rocks and geology, because this is like something that I haven't seen, can I get like any insight into like why this is the way it is? Because it's very geologically strange.
Just, you have no clue what this is. This doesn't even have support beams. Like,
And
what the fuck is this?
Well, when is the last time something awful has occurred with this Explorer the Gibbo campaign? Tatanya's gonna go down there.
yeah,
Something guilty spiders.
Oh shit.
Anwyn's face is like progressively getting more and more like this frown is going on her face, and she's sort of muttering to herself. Sometimes in English and sometimes in Welsh about how this doesn't make any sense, and she's like, "But there's not even. Where's the sediment layers? That's not even. That's right. Why is it not?" And she's just saying this to herself
Yeah.
the whole time.
I would like to go down there and use light cost to like see if I sense anything within 60 feet.
Oh.
Not behind total cover. She smells the air. She feels.
This is horrid evil.
Hmm.
Old evil.
Old evil. Evil is what the says. Old evils. Whatever this is. This close to Castle Summit too. Shakes her head. Looks up from where she's standing at the rest. Not good.
Maybe we should leave?
I don't think we should go any farther. This doesn't look good at all.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
Like, this is not even. Oh.
Gibbo, can I light an arrow and shoot it down the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Anwyn, I think you're cutting off. Never mind. You can
Sorry.
Yeah. You can shoot an arrow down there.
I think I've got a long range of like 350 to 500 feet. I'm not sure what it is with a longbow. Let me check
Okay.
it.
Shoot it down. 2 layers.
Yeah, sorry.
600 feet with long range.
600 feet.
Yeah.
When you light it, there are 2 layers to this. There are the edge layers, and then there are the deeper ones. You go down. Down for about, we can estimate about 300 feet. Light is there. It's snuffed out.
All right, we should probably leave now, right, guys?
How to not our monkeys.
Monkeys? What are monkeys?
Monkeys?
Come on, they gotta exist in Balerion, right? Like
What
that's.
do you know of them?
Roll nature.
Roll a
Roll
D100 to
nature.
canonize monkeys.
I mean, like it's a pretty important thing about humans existing, right?
In Earth, like on Earth, yeah.
But also, it's like, do you think the average medieval peasant knew what
Yep.
fucking-
That's a net 20.
she
Give
knows
up.
what a
Freda knows
monkey
about
is.
monkeys.
I know about monkeys.
Freda actually is like, an ecologist by heart.
She read a book. She was given a book about exotic animals. One of them was the
No, she
simian.
just used monkey furs for some of her clothes.
That's so cruel. They don't have
Get
fur,
the
they have like
monkey, it's
skin.
Kills it. Barbarian moment.
Okay.
Tatanya's
Yeah.
going to just look up at the others and just go, I can't help but want to know what's in here.
Curiosity, not ours.
Well then, so be it. I just start walking down the tunnel.
Anwyn kind of gives out a little smirk or laugh, and she's like, "I'm hype."
And she just goes, if I'm not back soon, assume I'm dead, I suppose. And she just leaves. She just leaves. Yeah?
No,
yeah.
she goes up and she's like, "Not just your curiosity." And Anwyn looks back at Errich and Prainer
Oh,
and
fuck
sort of just
me.
explains, and she's like, "Look, I've spent my whole life down in mines and caves like this, right? I live and breathe this, and this is not like anything I've ever seen. It defies logic and reason. I don't know, something in me is just, you know that nagging feeling you get at the back of your head when something just doesn't line up.
I just want one day of peace.
Me too.
I
Tatanya, if you're going, I'm going too, and he's gonna walk after Tatanya. I guess.
look.
Freyna
You're
just
following
sighed.
Tatanya into the dark tunnel. Love
Well, someone's got to
No.
go with her.
it. True.
Anwyn just also says to Freyna and is like, "Look, Freyna, I know, sorry, my personal curiosity aside, Tatanya's
Okay, let's
she's a
just
bit of a
go.
yeah. Let's just go. We don't want to leave people behind, right? I look, just stay next to me, all right? I'm sorry that we're having to do this, and I know it's not good for you. Just stay next to me, all right? I'll keep an eye out on you first before anything else."
Thank you. Let's
This
just get going.
This
Get
is the worst
over and
decision
done
of our entire fucking campaign.
done.
Yeah, let's go down the dark and like
Very nice
physics-defying
to
hole.
know.
Yeah, this is a great idea.
Tatanya likes it in the dark,
Dark.
okay? Besides, she can see perfectly fine here. It's not even that dark for her. Guys, come on.
Look,
Well,
we've got 10 temporary hit points. It will be fine.
Gibbo, can I use fire arrow to sort of have a stationary like a little portable fire so that I can actually see around here in the darkness?
You mean like a torch?
Like a torch? Yeah, like a torch, but it's magical, so it's
You
better.
have 10 torches.
Do I?
Torches. Yeah, and do you have an
Yes,
explorer's pack?
It's in every bag.
You have an explorer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, then sure. I'll
You
just
have
use.
5 torches.
Sure, I'll just use the torches.
Frena's also gonna light a torch too.
I'm gonna
Yeah, have
dual
fun
wield
lighting
torches.
torches. I mean, I guess since I don't need to have a torch in my hand, I'll just lead with like sword in one hand and shield in the other.
All right, Little Miss Dark Vision.
Anwyn,
I mean, if you want me to light a torch.
No, it's fine. I'm fine holding it.
Anwyn doesn't light a torch. You hear her tapping her staff more than normal. She's tapping it on the ground and on the walls and on every little thing, and she's feeling out all of the sounds. And you just, as you're walking down, you're just hearing all these different dun, 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 dun sounds as you go down.
Okay. Go down the dark tunnel. How long do you think it would take you to travel down there before you stop? Think you would ever stop?
What question is that?
Well, I mean, we did say we were gonna march for about 3 hours before everything, so about that long.
Okay, 3 hours.
I love Gibbo campaigns. I love the Underdark. I love the Underdark.
What we're going into?
We're just inside a purple worm, guys. Don't
Hey,
worry.
remember when
1
we were supposed to
hour.
go north?
1
No.
hour, 8 minutes, and 6 seconds. There's nothing but darkness. Tunnel continues. 2 hours.
I want to roll some. I want to just like get a bearing. I want to see if there's points of interest and like what kind of route we're going down, and I want to like roll for that or something.
Okay, I would say that's survival. Perception.
Survival or perception?
Survival
sure.
would be for like the point. Would be like where are you going? Perception is like points of interest.
Okay, sure. I'll do. Well, I mean, we're just going down. What useful information?
Oh
can
no
I
no no!
even
This
get?
is completely horizontal. There is no verticality to this. This is flat.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, this is a proper Minecraft Steve tunnel. Okay, geez.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weirdly smooth.
I'll roll perception then.
Deep. Gorges.
Okay, I got a 15.
You rolled sleight of hand.
That was an accident. Look at the top one. Perception at the top.
Oh,
I just rolled sleight of hand afterwards by accident like twice.
I've just realised Tatanya's messages. There isn't any. Completely tangible. Perception-wise, does seem to be the stains as if something walked here before.
Yeah, it's a spider which died.
Bubbles has cleared and it's dried. It's very dried. Years old, decades even.
Oh.
Strange. Is there anything anyone else does?
Frena's just sticking close to Anwyn.
Okay.
So I guess I don't find any like points of interest or anything that would help us travel. I just know that there's like some dried spider blood.
There it is just a tunnel.
Hmm.
2 hours, 6 minutes, and 54 seconds.
Jesus.
Still going.
Well,
Still fucking going.
well, at some point, Tatanya is just going to kind of let her shield down, and she's like, "How much longer does this thing go on for?" And she kind of turns towards Errich, and she's like, "There was at least a sense of mystery and anger in me earlier, but now I just feel stupid for going this far." She kind
Yeah.
of looks at you.
It's strange. This is like the most emotion I've seen in you in a while, and I totally get it. I mean, this is just ridiculous, and honestly, it just feels disrespectful.
It honestly feels like a waste of my time, It's...
Yeah.
One thing.
Oh, cheer up, you two. It's really not that bad. We've only been down here a small while.
Fucking
Anwyn's
hate
just been like
mines.
whistling a
2
minded
hours.
song this whole time. She's very chilled out.
I think it's more than 2 hours. I can't keep track of time down here, but
Yeah,
has
if only
passed.
someone listened to the person who said it would be a dumb idea to come down here, but no.
maybe the
All
spider
right, we don't
starved to
need that
death.
now. We're already down here. I mean, there's not much we can do about it.
There is
There's
something.
no need to bring each other down more. She kind of stops and just curses herself.
It's really fine. I've slept many
there
nights
is
in a
one.
mine,
There's one thing which is happening though.
Yes.
In you hear the pitter patter of something. He's running.
What do my elven, I mean human eye?
The
Nice
person.
save.
There's a person who they seem to be running from something.
Which way? What do you mean? It's a
They're
straight
coming
tunnel.
your way, so you can see them.
She kind of stands there and she's just like, something is running at us. And what is that? She kind of peers into the dark.
Do I know? I know it's a person. Do I know anything else? I mean, I guess I wouldn't really know anything else, right?
And yeah, no, you know it's a person as they're getting closer.
They're running.
Rebreathing.
We got a person coming towards us.
I don't know why they're running, but I have a feeling we should. She kind of starts backing up.
I'll draw my bow and arrow and like aim it down the tunnel while like backing up.
They look.
Oh, Errich. Errich.
Yeah.
Can you? How good are you with a bow? Can you shoot a fire arrow over this person or like next and around them so we can see what's behind them?
As you say fire arrow, you hear the sound. Turn off your lights! Turn them off!
What?
Turn off your lights! As it's just panicked. Horror,
Freyna will
utter
immediately scuff her torch.
Okay. I drop my torch and put it out with my boot.
You do this to the person, they get to you and they just please, any lights you have, turn them off right now.
We all have.
Yeah. What's what? Why?
There's something in this tunnel.
There's always something. Oh my god. Maybe we should just turn
Sorry.
around. Let's
Could you be
just
a little
go.
bit more specific?
Don't know what it was. It was with a band of people. I've been down here for I don't even know at this point.
Alright, slow down. You're
We
fine.
were there. We had it stopped. It killed everyone. All the torches were snuffed out, and I was alive. I stayed alive, but I think it's following me. Would recommend we leave.
Alright, what's your name?
My name is it's Abel.
Abel. It's a nice name. Okay, Abel. So, you've been down in these there's caverns, it's not really a mine. Been down in these caverns for a few days, and you had the lights on, and something attacked you. Can you tell us what that was?
Hey. It was like a presence of sorts, like a wind. But he tried to attack it, and it's just blood from there. I just want to get out of here.
Alright, alright. Well, well, sorry to say, no, we should go back. We should go back as much as my curiosity is.
Really? Are you
Sweet.
sure we don't want to go further in where the strange creature is? Like,
Oh, please don't. It will kill us.
I was being sarcastic. Yeah, obviously. Let's head back
No.
as soon as possible.
So we're all standing here in complete darkness right now, right?
Yep.
And Tatanya will just like walk up to this person, this Abel, and just like Abel would just feel hands. You're safe here. You're among friends. I'm just gonna do a little charm person just in case. Don't want to just making sure that this person isn't trying to lie to us or something.
Yeah, charm person. He's
Spell save DC 15.
Okay. Just, it's a D20.
It is a D20.
His eyes start to like. Takes a deep breath.
You can trust us. It's safe here. Maybe not
It's not
deeper
safe
in,
here.
but it's safe here.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you're with us.
Yeah, as long as I'm with you.
Yes, exactly. And she kind of turns to the others and she goes, perhaps we should turn back, but at this rate. She turns to Abel and she just goes, how did you end up here, your group?
I was in a silver mine. We're just mining away at some things, and I fall through this little tunnel, and the group comes to get me. End up thinking this tunnel might just be a deeper one in the cavern. It wasn't. And after a while, we heard something. It was a shifting, boiling, and then they were all gone.
Anwyn puts a hand on his shoulder and is like, I'm a fellow miner. I know. I've had stuff like this happen before. I know how you feel right now. I got you, right? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna get out of this place. We're gonna go back the way we came. Take us about a couple of hours. We know the route. It's pretty simple. We'll be back on the surface a couple of hours, and we'll, take it from there, right? You're in fellow company, aye?
Yeah, as he like puts his hand out and it's like, mine has got to stay together. As he's like, of course, a bit out of it. How'd I put it? Charm person does something on him.
Charm person fucks with people, man. It's okay.
Anwyn says a little phrase in Welsh and is like, to that.
His shoulder feels weirdly cold when you put your hand on it, Anwyn.
So, you can wager, you leave.
I mean, honestly though, what if we go deeper? Consider, guys.
No, absolutely not.
Consider Monster of the Week. It'll be fun.
I
It'll
bitch
be
slapped
fun,
Tatanya.
guys.
Yeah, but in character, Freyna
In
would rather not.
character, I mean,
Out of character, sure, it sounds fun. In character, no.
I mean, we should really.
No, we're.
I have a few more questions
Anwyn.
here.
Anwyn is ferrying this person like out of the mines. That is her number one priority. That is what
Yeah,
she's doing.
Tatanya does have one question though, and that's the way that you came from. How long would it take us to get out of here if we go that way?
I don't know, probably half a day, but it's not safe that way. That's where the
Half a day.
Half a day. Okay, so then we go the other way. Right, Tatanya? Right, Tatanya?
But then why does the tunnel extend that way too?
Okay, let's not play these theoretical mind games. Let's just head back where we know it's safe, and we can continue on our merry way north, where we were supposed to go in the first place.
tunnel heads north.
Does it?
Does it?
Gibbo, can I roll like a survival check or something to see if the tunnel is going north right now?
Yeah. See if you can tell the way that we are when we are like
Yeah,
fucking underground.
let me sleuth it out real quick. So what should I roll?
How? How do you? How?
Gibbo, what should I roll?
Survival.
Survival. Okay, cool. So I've what did I get? 16.
Cool.
Well, you're going north. Yeah, you are going about. Going northeast.
Yeah, this goes southwest. We should probably head the other way.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
She nods and she's like, I swear we were. Huh. If we were heading in the wrong direction. She turns around and start leaving.
Mhm.
Tatanya, you're leading this group, aren't you?
I mean, I can actually see, so
Yeah.
You're the only one who can see, so yes.
We're all linking hands with
Tatanya will
Tatanya.
just go. Tatanya will go this way then.
Well, I want to ask, right? I mean, Anwyn is really. Can Anwyn traverse and because she's using her staff to basically do kind of like an echolocation type?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. She's doing the same thing. How well is she navigating through this mine, this weird shaft, this weird thing?
Man looks at you and he says, "Be careful how much you do that. I can hear."
Ah, I see. Well,
He looks
yeah.
again. He says, "We wager that you came from an entrance.
I
It might wait for us. So just be careful how quiet we are."
How could it wait? There's only one way in and one way out.
I don't know how this thing works. Just know it travels fast.
So we are all agreeing to turn our backs to it then.
Well,
Raynor's gonna say, if it's so fast, then how did you get away from it?
He looks and he says, "Like I said, I don't know."
I insight check this guy.
Yeah, of course. Feel free to insight this man.
I was about to say the same
I
thing.
don't
but
know.
yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
getting
I mean,
weird vibes.
oh my god, it's an Oblex.
can we give some advantage on this?
It's actually the Lich. Ooh.
All along, he casted disguise self.
Can I say that he's a lot easier to read because of the charm
Wow,
person for him?
100%. Roll
Yeah.
with advantage. This man is a
Ooh, that's a solid 9.
Oh, Freyna,
solid
no.
9. I don't know. This is like. Man looks like he can't really give a thought too well. He's probably not got the functions to lie.
Rain is suspicious, but she can't get anything.
I dumped the wyvern poison on him. I'm kidding. Sulfuric acid.
Okay.
Out of character, I'm fucking exhausted and super late.
Oh yeah, it's been 3 hours
I
of
was
session,
gonna
so
end
let's
the
quit it here.
session around here. And
But guys, if we turn our backs to it, it gets a surprise round on. Guys,
wanna
Those
know-
don't
I
exist
do
in
wanna
the
know-
D&D 5e, actually.
well, they do if you're the DM. So
I do want to know, right? Because the party is basically turning around and we're walking back to the entrance, right?
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I want to just know how that's resolving as we walk back before we end the session.
Yeah, Tatanya, you can see in the dark, right?
oh yeah, totally. She's
Oh.
fine.
This was in character, but sure.
Oh, no, yeah, in characterly, she would the Tatanya way of saying that she would be all slow and
Right,
dramatic.
right, of course. Do you think you could cover the back then, since we already know which direction we're heading? And it would
I'll
be
keep
more
an
important.
eye out.
All
She
right,
says.
cool.
And when goes to the front of the party, like leading out of the mine.
What's other mines? Cavern, whatever it is.
And
There's nothing that I would know of that could even. No, there's no way.
there's one thing though. As we end off the session, Tatanya, and you're at the back of the group, is there anything anyone wants to do before this?
Roll a perception check. Yes.
Um,
What's your passive perception again?
17.
17. Notice something along the wall.
What is it?
Slight just as an eye opens up upon the wall.
Whoa! I can't wait for the same time next week, guys.
yeah,
Same
same
time.
time next week. All
Same
right,
time next week.
good
Same
session.
time 2 weeks.